There we go. All right, I think we did it.
Congratulations.
Did we do it?
I think we did it.
Did we do it?
Yeah, we did.
Did we win? Great show, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Have a good day.
Thanks for sticking with us, folks.
Enjoy the rest of your night.
Welcome
See you.
in, everybody. I hope you're all having a wonderful Sunday. I sure am not yet, but will soon because it's D&D.
You
Wow.
threw me for 2 weeks
Talking
there, and I
to us
wasn't
for
ready.
like an hour or
I wasn't ready.
something. Bad time
I
all
was,
the time.
I was about to say the pressure is like on our shoulders to make it a good Sunday now. Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the pressure's on our shoulders to
Well,
make it a
like,
good
wait.
Sunday. Let's go.
My camera is wrong. There we go.
Is
Hi.
it wrong, or is it actually really right?
So wrong that it's right.
Or is it
No, I
so?
actually have to move it to the left. It was too right.
You have to move it to the.
Do you like to move
Yeah,
it? Move
the
it.
left.
You like
the
to
left.
move
Yeah.
it, move it to the left. Yeah.
Do
it's
we
not
like
just
to
happen.
move it?
but
Move
I
it.
We
moved
do
it
like
to the
to
left.
move it,
To
move
the
it.
left.
To the left, to
I
the
think
left.
Cully and I are on the same wavelength. We're
Yeah,
both
yeah, yeah.
we're
No,
both
I-
like
we
yeah.
have
I like
both.
it.
We got both the same. I love
Yeah.
it. I love
Well, the reason we're late is because, on a similar note as liking to move it, I would like to become a professional whistler, which is also a King Julian thing. This is probably my favorite quote of King Julian from
it.
Madagascar.
That is. Very
There you
good.
I can't believe his dream is to become a professional whistler. Live your dream, King Julian. I will remind everyone.
Love it. Love it.
Oh yeah.
Sunday.
Oh.
Slim J. Oh boy. I'm
Oh,
coming
shit.
for you.
Oh shit. Hold on.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my
Are
gosh.
you gonna show everyone the meme?
What meme?
No, I made the meme. I thought for one moment my brain was like, Aussie made a meme.
No.
It was me. I was the
It
meme.
was you.
I'm
you
the
were,
joke.
You were the meme.
I thought I was the joke. Hold on. I'm meant to
I
be
was
the
meme
gag.
we made along the way.
Why does everyone keep saying they bring me on as a gag character for all their streams? I don't understand.
I do understand.
Maybe because you never make serious decisions.
Ooh.
Womp womp.
Roll for emotional damage.
All
That was
right.
a nat 20.
11.
That was a oh.
Straight down the
sorry,
middle. We're
sorry.
okay.
How many hit points did you have, though? How many emotional hit points did you have?
4. I'm
Oh
fucked.
shit. You're
Hi.
almost triple dead.
Emotionally gone.
Emotionally
Emotional
wasted.
damage.
But yeah. We're gonna jump right in, actually. It is lovely to have everyone here. We are a couple of minutes late. We're gonna go through some quick little things. For example, hi, I'm Josie Poster, the Dungeon Mistress. And I am joined today by my favorite people. We have Roju from Participation Award.
Oh wait, where is
We'll
that
be
list?
playing. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, you were recently moved up to it, but you're now on it. You better work to stay there.
Fuck.
Oh, no.
More pressure. And Roju today will be playing Gerald the Wizard, who's a human warlock sorcerer. That it's just as fun every time I have to say that.
Yeah.
We have Wettest Orb, who's playing Arthur Orblet III. The
I don't get a friend
elven
status?
ranger rogue. I said that everyone was on the list.
Oh, okay. This
Now
one.
you're off it. Sorry.
Rip. It's okay. There's like a waiting list to go back on.
Josie,
You'll
you're
be fine.
amazing.
And
Gorgeous and
Keep going.
and you have beautiful mermaid hair.
Thank you. Okay, you're back. Fine.
Yeah.
there we go.
Then we have AussieDevFro, who plays the questionably alive Rudy Magic Hands McGee, the reborn cleric, who's he's very close to being just skin and bones for real. There's not a lot left to him.
He keeps getting hit by disintegration rays. You know, he's chasing that,
Yeah.
chasing that size
At this,
zero.
at this point, I'm pretty sure your armor weighs more than you do.
If Rudy takes off his armor, does he just float away? Like, is that what takes?
That's not how gravity works, I think.
I don't know how
That
Rudy
definitely
works at all these
helps.
days.
Dramonia.
I'm sure there's still
Made
some
out of
sinew in
helium.
there. It's fine.
No. He's got hollow bones, but they're filled with helium.
Filled with hot air, that's
And
for sure.
we have Cuddly Raptor who's playing Nana Malagora, the gnome druid.
The-
And
Quote unquote only normal
quick
character.
little announcement is that next week there will be no Dramonia. We got some stuff we gotta do behind the scenes, things we need to put some time and effort into, and we decided we're gonna do it next week, and the week after is actually our 3rd-year anniversary. So we're gonna try to see if we
Wow.
can't get something special planned for that. Nothing is set in stone. I'm not going to commit to anything on stream, as apart from unlike someone
Who
else
would
I
do
know.
that?
Unlike other people. Who would do that? That's wild.
Who
not-
would do that?
not like
but
a-
you can expect in the future, sometime, has been confirmed on screen that AussieDevFro is going to run a Dark Souls TTRPG game.
Yeah, when is that gonna be happening?
Okay,
Yeah,
chat,
pretty soon. pretty
chats,
soon.
can we
It's
just
confirmed.
next time I say, hey, that sounds like a good idea, the second you hear me say let's, can someone just mute me? I need
was
someone
worried
else
for
to
a
have a mute
second you
button.
were about to
No.
say, "Next
I
time
will
we'll do some-
happily
say
have
some dumb
control over
shit,"
your mute
and, like,
functions.
Because I just,
Yeah.
I don't know
just-
if we have that kind of time.
well, like I've now said I'm gonna do this Dark Souls TTRPG. I've
Yeah.
tentatively agreed to his choreographed intro dance, and
No, don't put
now
that
we're
on
doing
my-
the celery
Yeah.
made thing soon. Like I
Yeah.
just can't keep my mouth shut at this point.
Celery made?
Yeah,
God.
don't-
He's
don't
in the
worry.
celery made costume. I rest my
Yes,
case.
those 3 all need to be at the same time.
I think
That
I
would be
want
great.
an
Have
intro
several
dance
concerns.
by the celery made dungeon master.
Does it have to
Yeah.
come from TikTok?
actually.
Because
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it has to be choreographed by you.
Yeah, you're allowed to do the
Yeah.
Caramella dance.
Okay, that's pretty valid, actually.
As a Swede, I'm giving you permission.
Thank you. Changing the topic. How about some D&D?
Yeah, I
Please. I would love that.
going. We were getting there. It was gonna be great. You ruined my segue. No, I'm joking.
You're off the list.
You're wonderful, but everyone. Fucking list. You know, now I'm gonna go on a tangent just because of that and say I actually had a friend tier list in my youth
Oh,
where I
wow.
kept track because I couldn't
Oh.
always keep track of people, especially like sometimes people were super nice and sometimes they were super mean. So I kept track of how mean / nice they were to me.
This
So
makes
when they
sense,
wanted
though.
to do something, I would reference my little statistic sheet and be like, how likely is this person to be lying?
That's like equal parts hilarious and so sad, but I love it. It actually makes so much sense to me. I
does.
should do that. Watch yourself.
That's like a cheat sheet for neurodivergence, right?
Yeah.
That just makes sense.
I don't know if
to
I'd
me.
call it a cheat sheet. For me, it was just my diary. No.
It's like it's like the most logical burn book ever, but it's only logic and nothing else.
Yeah,
I actually
and
love
it's
that.
not even for burning purposes.
It's not even for burn. No, it's
It's
just
just for sanity's purposes.
I love it.
Speaking of sanity, last time on Dramonia, after looking through a telescope, a certain Rudy found himself surrounded by people made of various parts of animals and humans. He had found himself in a place called the Loved One's Stead. A village built around what is apparently known as the Lasser's Forge, where the Forge Master seemed to have the ability of bringing the dead ones back to life. The inspiration to visit this place came from the vision, where you learn the truth
Right.
about Martin, the reanimator. Traveling here in hopes to maybe find some clues about Dawnsteel, this specific metal that even Urgathoa said could be useful in the battles to come. You met the Forge Master, and while he and the village folks didn't really take kindly to you, being on the border between life and death yourself, he seemed to like even less the idea of mindless dead, skeletons, zombies, ghasts, and ghouls traversing the lands. Mentioning a lack of respect for the flesh, the lack of soul being also a prominent detail, that the bodies should be well let to their rest if no one was going to use them. He gave you some makeshift weaponry from his armory and led you on your way. As you returned to Ebonspire, a couple of days passed as the various members of the Vanguard of the Black saw to their own business. Gerald continued studying, reading the various tomes that he had access to, the magical book that he had found, and copying down and interpreting the various scribbles and spells and rituals within the spellbook of Headmaster Golastyok. Arthur had a moment with Aristeel, the old Deadeye, and acquired a few arrows that might come in handy. You also spend more time working on the more logistical points of the Guild of Volunteers. And Nana had several conversations with little things in bottles.
My favorite pastime.
It was a good time, honestly. Turns out oozes very, very likable when once you start feeding
I
them.
don't know if likable is the word I would
Oh,
use.
it was
it is
cute.
exactly
Come
what I
on.
I think none of you have seen Gremlins, is what I think.
I've been on the Gremlin ride at Movie World as a child, like an 8-year-old child. Freaked me the frick out. Oh my gosh. No.
Like, we'll just feed it some more. It's fine. Oh, you're getting bigger really fast.
But where we ended last week was within the chambers, the war room now, of Queen Erika Darvan. Because Yarig had arrived to the city and first challenged Rudy to an eating contest, essentially. And afterwards, you took him to visit with Tura and Adiriel and the Queen. And as you presented him to the Queen and he shared a moment with Tura and Adiriel, recognizing kin, you heard a voice behind as River Songsword stepped through the great doorway into the castle, in tow with what seemed to be a large orcish fella. And as
Walkington.
As the group now stands among the Queen's Council with the four remaining dragons. Party, what do you want to do?
Well, Nana obviously opens up for a hug from River, which River will reluctantly give in front of all these people. Kind of like,
yeah, it's very clear that River wants to hug Nana, but also has an image to think of.
yeah, like,
But
just sort of
also,
gives like a very
if Nana's
ginger.
demanding a hug, like,
Yeah, like, who are you?
You
You
don't
can't
say no.
refuse. Yeah.
yeah, and especially River, right? She's like, she's under Nana's thumb for sure.
That's my granddaughter.
Though, from the last time Nana saw River, River has grown both taller and sturdier, a much tougher physique, and definitely looks just a slightly more angular in certain face shapes. The scales on the shoulder almost have started protruding. Not really, but akin to like shoulder pads. They almost look like natural pauldrons are growing out. There's just sections where before it was almost like a snake's skin, there's now clear scales growing out.
That's
Similarly, Yarig, as also described last time, has a lot more angular features. He also has these small protrusions in the back of his head. that seems to be almost like spikes or spines coming in. As all of them seem to be, over time, turning more and more dragon-like.
Hmm.
The queen looks at this sight with awe. The queen loses her composure for a moment. You see a strain of emotions come through. She's in awe, emotional. Her eyes tear up, seeing these four gathered here before her. And she smiles not like a mother would smile at their child, like she sometimes has done to your group, but this is instead a child watching an idol. Erica stands before the current incarnations of her own predecessors. And she's speechless.
This is quite the sight, I must say.
I mean, when you ask for dragons,
We
We've
do
delivered.
deliver.
You did. This is more than I could ever hope for. And then you hear a from behind all of you, still standing under, like down the steps up to this area. You see this well-clad orc man. He's got a fine trimmed beard. He's got a traveler's garbs. I described them last time like the equivalent of brand sporting gear in medieval times. They definitely look practical, but they're a bit too shiny and too gaudy to be clothes that you yourself might wear if you were on the road. River introduced him as Orky McOrkington, but he quickly said, "My name is Warky McOrkingston. I implore you, my queen." He takes off his hat, and you can see a balding little spot on top. I wish for an audience. And the queen tears herself away from this moment, and her demeanor returns to this calm, almost matronly stature. Go ahead. We're all friends here.
Insight
Indeed.
check. Is it Jalira?
just
Do you want to insight check the
moonbeam.
queen?
Just
No,
moonbeam,
I want an
moonbeam.
insight check. Orky McOrkington.
Sure, make an insight
We
check.
don't insight check. We just moonbeam and then ask questions later. Okay.
Oh no, it's only a 14. We'll
It's
never
only
know.
only a 14. Rolled a 3, got a 14.
Rolled a 3, got a 14.
I mean, you don't get the vibes, and especially since you as a group recently have been talking a lot about having Jalira on the run. I mean, there's always a slim chance it could be, but even Nana would probably realize that Jalira's not that stupid.
All right, cool. Do I need to do
Actually-
another insight check to see if they're like dating? Because I will do that.
Oh, that's more interesting.
Sure,
That's it,
make
that's
another
it.
insight check
Fuck
to see
yeah.
if there are vibes.
Obviously, this is a
Would
21
Nana-
because I really want to know this.
But also, would Nana not have advantage because it's River that we're talking about?
Oh,
Sure.
has
Yes.
blood,
And you know, she's a hard one to read, but I feel like Nana knows her better.
Oh, I only got a 20 that time.
Nana
Sorry,
wrote
21
that
wins. 21.
21. Looking at Orky McOrkington, Nana, you know what River's type is, and this
Mhm.
guy is too clean, too neat.
He's not monster enough. I get it.
He's just too. He's just. Nah.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I had to know for sure. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
No, he's not quite there yet. He's like, I
Yet.
don't know, if you roughed him up a bit, if you spent a week up in the woods, maybe.
But is he
Uh.
interested though?
I don't care. River's not, so.
All this is running through Nana's head.
Mm. In the first breath he
He's-
takes.
Yeah.
It's just like time slows down and Nana starts going through like a
in this
like a
matchmaking
Robert
mode.
Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes moment. No, but Warkey stands up. He holds his hat like in his hands. He says, "I represent a group of merchants. We tend to refer to us as the Hands of Free Trade, and we have come to offer our services in this time of need. Our caravans were coming through the Ivory Hold when I ran into Miss River here." And Nana, you would pick up like he calls her Miss River. No.
And you're just like, she kind of like cringes at that.
And while yes, we do have a nose for business, we do go where our services are the most needed. And he leaves a pause in the air. The queen looks around. She thinks for a moment. And she then sighs. Yes, we are in need of such services. Though I know your reputation, the name of the Hands of Free Trade, I feel like we do not know what it is you offer. I have matters to attend to, but if you would speak with, and she gestures to the rep, this almost tiger-like woman who works for the general. To the general's aid, she might be able to inquire whether your goods and services are needed or not. And he nods. Thank you, Your Majesty. We will do our utmost to find profitable business for both sides. And you see the representative excuses herself from this war table and heads down, and they move over to one of the. This has been set up like a mission HQ in here right now. There's several people further down this audience chamber working on desks, doing paperwork, sending messages and missives, and they walk over to what seems to be the representant's own workspace, and they sit down and start having a meeting, almost discussing just going about business.
Doesn't it make you sick, Rudy? People trying to profiteer off war.
You know, I just haven't really given it much thought. It is pretty gross, but at the same time, you can't just give away everything for free. At cost, maybe, but it's a delicate balance, Arthur.
Money's a bit hard to spend if you're dead.
That's
Also
what my
true.
thoughts exactly right, Gerald. They would be more likely to give up what they have to help keep the community alive, keep us all alive.
Perhaps that means we're giving a good impression. If they think the odds are good enough that that they can trade as per usual.
No, I think there's a hidden agenda there for sure.
Oh, of course there is. I mean, with a name like Orky McOrkington, that's
That
very...
can't be a real name.
I know, it has to be a fake name.
If you're gonna make a fake name, at least make it like plain. Come on.
Yeah, you don't want a name that stands out.
No, heavens no.
Or even remotely close to your normal name, either.
Or is his real name the person that is the headmaster of all this, the brains behind the person, is using him as a front. We've talked more about this person now, about his name. We've associated him to the place where he works for, and now, You see what I mean? It's a people talker.
You're right.
Just-
Orky
just-
McOrkington is a marketing genius. We need to pick his brain about names. We might be able to come up with a better name for the Vanguard.
Vanny
don't know, I feel-
McVanguard.
I feel like we've established ourselves. What are we going to do? Change it to something dumb like X?
And so we started shooting,
oh,
right?
Gerald, don't be ridiculous. You would have to be a complete and utter more to be able to do that.
Especially with such a well-established brand. I mean, we've got.
I mean, if the right person came along and gave me the right enough money, I would let them name us.
Well, then aren't you profiteering off war now, Arthur? And right now we've just gone back in full
How much
circle.
would it cost for me to change your name?
Oh god.
There isn't any
What's the
profiteering
price
off war
on-
changing our
on-
name.
What's the price on Arthur Orblet III these days?
Quite high, as you can expect, because I am a rarity around here.
No.
A
Look,
true gem.
diamond in a rough, I wouldn't say. Maybe like maybe a piece of coal in a diamond mine? Yeah.
No,
yeah.
what?
Despite the
what
fact that Nana
normally-
is not in this conversation, she does reach over and smack Rudy in the back of the head because she's half listening.
You all of a sudden hear Endiriel go, "Oh, naked dragon man, yeah, he's in there," and you see like Yarig stomp.
That is
away.
exactly where
Yes.
Nana was going.
Hell yeah. Let's fucking go.
You can't get her
And
back.
he just says, "I have to see this," and he just like waddles towards
Oh,
the door.
He's gonna see it, all right.
Yeah.
The queen definitely like just follows Yarig with her eyes, and she seems amused by the image of these mighty dragons, and then you've got the successor of Shams, the eldest of the dragons, just like walking away to see about a naked dragon man.
Does Rudy pick up on this sort of like look and amused sort of expression? Yeah.
Yeah.
Rudy would say something along the lines of like, you know, it must have been fate that we met Yarig first, because I feel like meeting Yarig and Shams gave us the confidence we needed that while these dragons are impressive, they're just other beings that needed assistance.
She looks over to you, and it's marvelous, is it not, that they are just like us?
Naked,
That
yes.
no matter their great powers, they're still people. They have
That is
likes
true.
and dislikes and interests.
Talking about likes, interests, battles, power. My queen, with the battle coming up, what is your plan? What do you plan to do yourself? Are you gonna be here? Will you be?
I will
Uh,
be a beacon of safety for my people. Like a captain going down with its ship if we are forced to run. I will be the last one left to make sure everyone else makes it to safety.
Well, hopefully, I have a new guild master to help you in those endeavors before the battle
Are
comes.
you stepping down, Arthur? I've heard rumors, and Venarian seems a bit stressed about the whole thing.
Well, look, with the battle coming up and my active responsibilities away from the guild, doing these duties, being part of the Vanguard, I just want to make sure preparations go ahead without plans. I want to make sure there's a contingency plan just in case I don't make it.
Arthur, you're with me. There's not a snowball's hope in hell of anyone dying here.
No, I think Arthur's actually making a very respectable decision in this case.
We always plan for the worst.
I thought that's what I
For the
was.
best. Well, Rudy, if you're the worst, then I'm happy you're on our side.
I don't think that
Just
came
the
out as I
worst.
wanted it to, so that's fine. It's okay.
Yes, I should have another meeting maybe tomorrow or later this afternoon. I haven't really set up one. I've been preoccupied.
Arthur,
But yes.
You need to stop organizing these meetings. We have a grudge match to get back to.
Well, that's
We
not
do.
until this Sunday, Rudy.
Yeah, and
1800,
no,
1800.
but I'm trying to beat him to it. I don't want to wait. Do you want another dragon here?
Oh, heavens no.
Exactly.
That sounds like
Yes.
a moth. That
As
sounds like
soon
a
as-
terrible time.
As soon as we get this matter done, Rudy, my responsibilities of the guild is lessened. Is that what you want? Do you want me to be more focused about what's happening and not worrying about paperwork all the time?
You never
No,
had.
you
I
you
told you.
absolutely need a second.
You
That's,
could have just.
It's
had-
undoubtedly a good decision.
It's a good decision, but you could have just gotten a secretary.
Rudy, you were the secretary.
I never
Yes,
agreed
You
to
failed
that.
miserably at
I
it,
never
but,
agreed to that. Never agreed to that.
Nana is back from her introductions, and she's like, anyway.
Look, it's good that we're going to have someone to run, that's ready to run things, at least when we're not there. So I'm with Arthur on this one. So we're all here now, though. Do we just win? Is that it? Are we just going to?
I thought we were going to discuss an eventual plan of going and hunting a certain someone down.
Arthur takes a drink of his wine.
Can I ask?
Where did we get
This
that?
is to the general dragon assembly.
Yeah, and Yarig returns with a big smile on his face.
Oh, I
Like,
bet he does.
just, like,
Ooh, yes,
comes,
he does.
comes back.
Arthur goes like
Look,
this.
I ship this.
Me too.
Can I ask? Do any of you actually know how to actually go about amending or securing or doing anything with this contract per se?
They all sort of look at each other, and all of them almost unanimously, like they're all like synced up, go, eh.
That's kind of what I thought.
But Gerald, that's
And-
pretty
and
much
the-
how we've been running everything so far.
I know.
And then
and
Yarig
that's-
says, "Luckily," and he takes out his sack. He says,
Oh,
like,
I bet
"I've
he
got
does.
the instruction manuals."
Oh, of course. Well, that's
And
good
then he turns
news.
to the queen. Also, where do I put all of these books that I brought? And the queen goes, "Oh, the collected volumes of charms. I guess wherever, really.
Oh,
We can
no.
have some staff see to it." And he goes, "Okay."
No,
And he just turns the whole thing upside.
I knew it. I
Just like,
should have warned her.
Like-
Should have warned her.
like,
Gotta be
like
literal.
about like quick glance, maybe 250, 300 handwritten books just like spill out on the ground,
Oh, aren't those priceless?
and they just keep going. And he just like shakes, like turns the bag inside out and flaps it a couple of times.
Oh my god.
Well, I just held books.
Yeah, and then there's a point where a dead mouse comes flying. He's like, "No, how did you get in there, little friend?"
Oh no!
It's okay. This sound. Oh god, do I have it?
Poor little mouse.
Nana out here just casting reincarnate on this mouse.
I mean, I fucking love it.
Mouse comes back as dragon.
I'm not even on today. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, was that your friend?
No, but it still makes me sad that it found its way in there.
I love Yarik.
Right.
You
Well,
know,
it seems like
Life is precious.
It is, and Nana is actively covering Benjamin's eyes.
But no, I do recall reading in the tomes about the contract, and I
Because
have ideas, but
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't think just the four of us are enough.
Well,
Oh, the rat's dead.
the
Fine,
Where-
worth it. Worth it. I'm leaving that spell slot done. You leave me alone.
Well,
When
I mean,
the original accord was written, there were a dozen Ur-dragons. And we also had signatures from the other side. So we need to find representatives of the old gods to also sign, and he's looking for his word, a remedial contract, an alteration,
an amendment.
an amendment. Good, Gerald. You have such a way with words.
Oh, thank you.
Well, you know, that's that sort of brings into the question. You're right. It makes sense that if this contract was formed by both sides, you would need representatives or at least someone inheriting the intentions and or power of the previous
Yes.
signatures.
Yes.
Well, now this could be very, very forward or sounding egotistical of me,
No, I think I know where you might be going with this, Rudy.
but
Go on.
I can't help but feel that the members of the Vanguard, not just myself, have been touched by these deities.
Not in a creepy way.
I mean, I wouldn't say no.
I was about to ask.
No.
It was
No, touched in a
sometimes.
magical.
I'm reading through what happened back in the wars of old. I definitely feel like some of the gods didn't really ask for consent.
Oh, Rudy probably got touched in a creepy way, to be fair, but by and large,
I don't how none of you have seen.
look. I see you, and I think that's enough.
Wow.
Wow.
Ignoring that for the time being. My point was there is a chance that we could act as those signatures. Possibly.
I think that's an
Yes,
astute
that
observation.
or I just make a really killer stew and we'll at least have one.
Oh, why not both?
Oh, I
I
can
mean,
do both.
Signing is hungry business. Talking is hungry business, actually, as well. Just pointing that out.
So does that, if you're correct, and it does seem logical, does that mean we could just end this?
I mean, Jalira still has an army of undead. We still need to take care of
Oh,
Jalira.
Of course. But essentially, the final thwarting of her plans, or her larger plans, could be done before we even go and encounter her herself. Maybe you
You
rub
are
it in.
saying we cut off her exit point and
Precisely.
corner her like an animal.
Well, that's actually what we were intending of discussing at some point, is, yes, doing exactly that.
And then she can't do anything or bring
And then even
bring
if
anyone
we,
through the veil.
exactly, even if we lose, we win.
But okay, so we are all in agreement that we want to close the veil forever.
I
Well,
don't see how we do anything else.
we might lose something, though, if we do. I mean, the influence of these deities, while not always good, they have been here for quite some time.
I think they've also been not here for quite some time, to be fair.
How long would it take?
I have no context.
How long would it take to begin this process of
I don't know. We would need
someone to read all these books,
Well,
right?
we would need to
More books, you
read
say.
through the books. We need to read through some of the books. I do know which ones to make sure we have it correctly. But I think we need more signatures. The original was made by, if I recall, there were 12 Ur-dragons, albeit young, not as powerful.
So
But there was also a few signatures by champions of the gods. I don't know how many we would need, but I think the four of us definitely can represent the Ur-dragons. I don't know what you stand in the span of champion of god or not.
Well, how about direct
Mhm.
communication? Because I feel like all four of us have received
Are
direct.
they here?
No, not right now. I feel like I would know if any of them were here right now. But I mean, I certainly have regular. I can commune with Ergothoa when I choose. I know Gerald here recently received a conversation with Nethys.
well, it's kind of my patron, you might say.
Nana keeps referring to cooking for someone from time to time.
Oh, he pops in, you know.
And Arthur, have you, since you drew that arrow in the ground, have you anything?
Arthur pulls out his arrows that he's gotten from the god, and he just, yep, puts them back away.
Okay, you need to stop cheating the system. I feel like that counts. I'm sure if we contact Das Goose, he may be the same. That's
Well,
five.
that or we just, you know, call the actual gods to us, but I'm
I-
sure we should do some reading before we
I hazard it might
decide
be
on all this.
both, Nana, potentially.
It probably.
But if we don't have enough champions, then we definitely need to find Dusk Goose and get him here as well.
Wonder if I could pull a favor with Caden.
Oh, I think I still have his name in my book. I might be able to contact him. But that aside for now, do we need more Urs? Do we need Dionysus here as well?
Look at the
Oh,
queen,
I-
Nana. What does she see? At the mention of
The
Dionysus.
queen definitely looks like she's thinking about something, or like she's lost in thought for a moment. She has that sort of like, not vacant, but she's looking at something that no one else can see, kind of thing going.
Hmm.
And she says, I think with Erequias and Dionysus, we do have enough on the side of the And I have a question. Yarig, if we had the direct signature of one of the gods, would that help? And Yarig says, yes, that would be immensely useful. If we could have one of the gods to sign it themselves, that would be a done deal almost. Yes. But then we would have to wait until the veil was thin enough for them to come through and make a full physical appearance. But yes.
Well, perhaps we do one and then the other.
Well, I
and
suppose-
risk Zuriel coming through, but
Well,
If we
let's
take
try our
her-
best to not take that risk if at all possible.
Well, I feel
If
that
it comes to that, then we have to deal with it. But
surely the risk is not trivialized, but the risk is a lot smaller if we have taken out Jalira first, which is the idea,
Oh, I
yes?
don't- yes, this is aside from that because what I'm saying is the way I'm bringing all of this up is we've got a few things to do still.
Hmm.
And and if we can, the purpose of this council is to find some direction for everyone at this point. And I think that perhaps what I'm suggesting is that the Urs collectively figure out what actually needs to be done to get this contract amended as quickly as possible, and what we require specifically, given what we have and who's available. If we can't get it done before, basically the result of that is just simply going to dictate at what point we need to do this final amendment, whether we can do it before we go and attack Jalira, or whether we indeed have to wait until after and it's an afterthought. But whatever the case, research needs to be done in that respect. And if there's things that we can do to assist with that research, or to get the extra people, if there's like Dust Goose or anyone else who we need to bring back, or at least tell to come here, that's something that we can be doing in the interim.
I think that's a good idea.
All
I
right.
will ask Rudy to make a religion check.
Sure. 18.
No? You juicing?
I
or
will
keeping?
juice it. You did remind me. My juice senses went online.
Yeah?
We will take a 23.
Oh,
Oh,
23.
We love a 23.
that's solid. We like that.
You do know of several individuals that have connections to the gods. Besides Daskus. You've been told a hunter for the Lady of Graves will join you when the time is right.
Oh, of course.
That's right. Of course.
Who
You
we've
also
met.
had a run-in with a very, very grumpy and devout believer of Saren Ray in the Ivory Hole, among the group known as the Hell.
I was just assuming the Queen would represent that, but
That's what I was.
I was
Saren
thinking
Ray,
the help
yeah.
actually, but
Yeah.
yeah, no.
Help at all.
All right, cool.
Yep.
Oh, I just had a very fortuitous thought. So I recently went on a little expedition myself, kind of impromptu. Didn't have much time to prepare. Anyway, I came back, but I heard that a hunter for the Lady of Graves might be joining our little band sooner rather than later.
The Queen looks at you when you say the Lady of Graves, and gives a little offhanded nod. That can prove a worthwhile individual to contact and let in on this. The Lady of Graves is one of the High Pantheon. And then Yarig says, the name was referenced as one of the original signatures on the contract.
Well, having a quote-unquote...
Or a champion of Pharasma, the Lady of Graves, who was an original signee.
And we did run into a fellow in the Ivory Hold who was a very devout follower of Saren Ray. Possibly someone we could contact as well?
Oh, I can, because I still have the sending stone from from George.
There you go.
Yes. There you go.
I mean, it didn't work last time because they were busy,
It did, but they were
like
busy.
they had to hang up. I get it.
So if we count that, there's the 4 of us, Daskus. That's 2 others. That's 7 on the deity side.
Are we all sure that our deities agree?
My deity doesn't really.
Nana was kind of looking at.
I don't
Rudy,
think
but
we can
also-
presume to
Oh.
understand the complete machinations of deities and gods. I think that would be foolhardy to fully understand what they're thinking. But
Quite
when the
right.
time comes, I'm sure our hands will be guided as necessary. But I would like to hope ultimately the decision is on the individual.
I would also hope.
I feel like we should be in agreement as to what the plan is,
Yes,
regardless
perhaps,
of what the gods desire.
perhaps more.
Well, you said
conversation.
you had things to see to, and I can take my cousins here, and we can read the books.
I think that would be good.
Yes.
We
Perhaps
can have a book club. And Yarg just like looks excited around.
Remember's like. I came here to hit things with swords, not read.
Well, now River can hit the books, all right?
Ah,
Oh.
ooh.
Oh,
It's not
that was
often
very
I get
good,
off one.
actually.
I like it.
That
I
was
like
good.
it. That was a good one.
But yes, I agree with Yari. There are a few pressing matters that we do need to attend to, namely the ringing voice in my head that I urgently need to get rid of. Has been...
How many days?
It's almost as if he
3
knew.
days.
It's
I've got
almost
you
as if
all
he
to
knew.
myself for 3 days.
We've been trying to have this very important conversation, and all I can hear is the mutterings of a very angry
Grind
dragon.
your bones to dust.
You
I'm
said that
gonna
1,000
wipe my
times.
Ass with it.
You've used that one 300. That one's relatively fresh.
Uh,
Rudy pulls out a list and ticks
Oh
off a
my
few
God.
things.
Rudy, has he said anything about any baked goods yet? You did ask, right?
Are you a fan of nuts in your brownies, or not?
Oh. Rudy, rephrase that, please.
Like walnuts or peanuts or almonds. Arthur, what are you thinking of?
Walnuts are the best, Rudy, but
I'm not really into pastries. I'm more of a sandwich kind of guy. Like the knuckle sandwich, I'm gonna serve you.
That's it. I'm
That
bringing
one-
club sandwiches.
That one is
babies.
definitely. And Rudy writes something at the bottom of a very long list. That one's new. That very inventive.
All right, I'll make a list. Club sandwiches it is.
Oh, I just thought of something actually. I'm gonna just like switch to Abyssal, and I'm just gonna ask Zakaba. Zakaba, sorry, it's been a while. We haven't talked. I don't.
And you do
suppose-
see like Yarg definitely like when the hat starts almost like moving, like it's stretching itself on your head, like it just woke up.
I don't suppose you you have any kind of direct connection with Abraxas by any chance, where we could, for signature purposes. But don't worry too much about the details.
That begs the question: can a hat sign something?
Abraxas?
Oh wait, not Abraxas. No,
That's
that is
like
right.
Caden's.
It
like,
is a breakfast.
Is
yeah,
it
it is
Abra-
Abraxas. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Cuddly
Wait a
Lou
minute.
doing a lore dive.
Wait a minute. Oh, it's Asmodeus. Never mind. Carry on.
Yeah,
Never mind.
Asmodeus
a
is
very
totally
different.
I wasn't
very
gonna
different.
punch your hat anyway. Like I was doing that, but like just in case.
I heard it, Roju. Don't worry.
Thank you.
I didn't hear it.
And Abraxas, after some stretching, whispers in Abyssal. You all hear this low, almost like it feels like sharp noises, and some words almost sound like the wailing screams of people being tortured. It's
Why I
just
don't
like this
talk to them very
horrible
often.
language. Now Nana's just gonna listen in.
I was gonna say. I was just thinking, could I just cast tongues on Sakaba?
Oh,
Comprehend
yeah, you
languages,
can.
baby. I'm
Actually,
such a
I mean,
baby.
you can, yeah.
Gerald,
if you want
Gerald,
to.
because Rudy would have seen this enough, right? Like this interaction over time. Like he would have seen. He knows Gerald's talking to Sakaba. So Rudy, like maybe when Gerald's like distracted, just reaches up and touches Sarkaba and casts tongues.
Oh, well, now my spell's useless. Rudy, thanks for that.
Okay. I'm gonna have you roll a sleight of hand. What is the passive perception of Gerald?
Gerald?
Decent.
Oh, passive perception.
Or the hat, actually, as well. I'm rolling for the hat.
Yeah.
Oh, come
well,
on.
Great.
mine's 16.
Okay, the hat. Well, the hat would be. It is proficient in
Oh.
perception, if I recall.
What?
Cat would also know, right? Because like it's the one being
modifiers
touched.
are equal to my proficiency bonus in perception and wisdom saving throws, respectively.
Okay, so it has the same 16. So what did you get, Rudy?
Well, I'm right.
Sleight of hand.
Yep, it's got no modifier, so we're just going with. I'm gonna juice it. I'm gonna juice it. We got a
Oh
12.
my god!
There's a chance.
There's a
There's
chance. You juice
Oh,
it.
wait. Sorry. No, its
Ah!
modifier is a +2 for wisdom.
Okay.
Okay,
and charisma.
14.
A 14.
14.
Well, it is still proficient. Even though it only has a +2 in its own modifier, it's still
Oh,
proficient.
yeah. I think the wording on it is just confusing. I'm just reading it. I'll just read it to you. It just says wisdom and charisma modifiers of +2. Your item's total perception and wisdom saving throw modifiers are equal to your proficiency bonus in perception and wisdom saving throws, respectively.
Okay, so it would be. I think it's supposed to be. It just uses your proficiency bonus if you are proficient in those.
Right.
We'll have a look, but in this case, it is both Gerald and Sarkaba notices that Rudy's not Rudy. Rudy's trying to sneak in a little spell.
I'm trying to.
doing?
I just wanted to hear what Sarkaba had to say. That's all.
I mean, I can just tell you, but
Nano's a
I
regular life.
recently acquired a new trick. I'm sorry.
well, you could just ask. You don't need to be all grabby.
You were
It wasn't
doing
very
the whole thing. I didn't want to interrupt.
I'm just speaking the language. He doesn't understand anything else.
I'm sorry.
Sarkaba whispers, "What does the skeleton want?"
Oh, he just wanted to listen in, but he was just being weird about it.
Do we let him?
I mean, I guess.
Nana's mumbling. Well,
Rudy's still holding the finger out.
Are you gonna do you want to? If you really want to, you can. Just
I thought
just
you
don't like ask first. Yes.
Does it matter if we hear what they're talking about?
I just had look. I'm sorry it became a thing. I just wanted.
Rudy's very
I
excited.
thought if
He
we were
just did this
asking
his first
Sarkaba
time
something
the other
pertinent to
day.
the
I
conversation,
understand.
we should all be able to hear the answer. That's all.
Oh, well, yes, that makes sense. I was just going to wait till after the conversation to ask what was going on, but
It's become a thing now.
They're all
Become a thing.
mumbling.
Let's switch back to this. Sorry, it's just Rudy things. What were we gonna say?
That Sarkaba takes a moment. I sense my master's presence always, but it is difficult to communicate in a place like this. Perhaps somewhere closer to the lower planes would clear up the connection.
Can I ask, do you speak, or can you speak with authority on behalf of Abraxas by any chance?
If given, yes.
I see.
I do not speak for the Master of Invocations, but if given permission, I can relay his words.
All right. Thank you. Sarkaba here says that he doesn't have a direct authority to speak on Abraxas' behalf, but perhaps should we get closer to the lower planes, the signal could be better, and we may be able to get input if required.
Rudy,
It is a reception issue.
I actually love that.
Rudy elbows Arthur and goes, "See, if I had have cast my spell, we all would have heard it, all would have understood it, and we wouldn't have had to wait an extra couple
I
of
heard it just fine.
That's cheating.
Just rubbing his palm
Nana
forward.
would have caught everything.
That's
Oh, she forgot she could do that.
great. It's just us not in.
Oh, so evil.
Yeah, it's up for
Yeah.
it's
I literally.
Nana's powers
Oh,
of
shit.
old person eavesdropping knows no
Yeah,
bounds.
I literally took it because she's such a busy.
Yeah. It's so perfect. I love it.
Like, oh, you're speaking in a different language? Allow me to listen.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I bet she's also saying, I don't know what they're saying.
Yeah.
She's got that really good like.
Poker face brought on through hundreds of years.
She's
Yeah.
been practicing
Yeah.
while you are all
Oh,
wearing
yeah.
diapers and Nana was playing poker.
She probably was. Let's be real.
So,
Uh,
does that wrap things up? Are we?
Well, that at least answers that question. But it also occurs to me, and I haven't tried this yet, but a piece of knowledge in my studies was bestowed upon me in that the ability to contact other planes. So I might be able to just speed dial some gods if we need to. I don't know what kind of repercussions that might have.
I
but-
feel like that would be very rude. First of all,
Well, possibly, but also just, it's an option.
it is an option.
We can't all just draw bows and arrows,
No, we can't.
Can we just talk about the first time he drew an arrow in the ground, the second time he drew an arrow, like, with his bow?
It's like by you saying that, Rudy makes that connection in his head. He's like, oh.
Yeah.
I love it.
You know what? He could probably also draw an arrow and then just go
Yeah, I was thinking about knock jokes.
knocking an arrow. Yeah. Or it could be like, knock knock, who's there? Arrow god.
Or he just takes his indestructible arrow and taps it on a table a couple of
Look,
times.
the
Look,
arrow literally.
I had a few ideas.
Speaks into it like a microphone. Like,
Yeah.
Hello.
Testing 1 2 1 2.
I think if Rudy
takes
caught
the arrow and bends it and it's like a phone.
if Rudy caught Arthur doing something like that, I think he might actually just leave.
Give up
Just
on
leave.
it.
He might just leave. If he heard a response come through the arrow, he might just leave.
There's a moment when Rudy realizes that it's just his goddess that's so high maintenance and demands powerful rituals.
everyone else is so chill and low key. Rudy's like,
It's like how you suddenly realize that your relationship is toxic when you compare it to other healthy relationships.
Look, this toxic relationship has kept everyone alive. Look, that's all that Rudy cares about.
Oh, I don't know if that makes it any better.
all but one, I would argue, because one is just teetering on that edge, you know?
Ah, jeez.
So we have a plan then. The Urs will start researching into this amendment to the contract, and we will take care of a few things. We'll we'll meet back up. We'll swap stories, maybe amend the contract or not, depending on where we're at with that, and then or take care of Jalira first. Does that sound like a plan?
Well, I feel like yes.
Wonderful.
Short version, yes. I think a lot of pieces will fall into place once we know what is required for
Yes.
this amendment.
I feel like we have been planning a lot, and I'm just itching to get rid of this headache.
Oh, I know. I understand. Of course.
I know a great way to get rid of headaches.
Oh, Yarig,
Yarig.
unfortunately, this headache is different.
If you say so.
I do want to hear about this remedy, though.
Rudy
And
thinks,
then-
Wormsbane, are you there?
I will be here until the day you die.
Excellent. Are you able to project your voice into someone else or just me? Asking.
I'll have you. I'll kill you.
Can you just... I just need someone else to understand what I'm going through. It would mean a lot to me if you could.
Arthur grabs his unbreaking arrow.
Just
Tap,
holding
tap,
the
tap,
arrow.
tap, 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 tap.
Can
Now
we
you got
just
two ways.
appreciate that the motion you were doing and the vibrating of your person on this camera was just ridiculous when you did that? I'm not sure if anyone else caught that, but...
Tappa, tappa, tappa.
Oh, man.
Tappa, tappa, tappa.
Right, well,
Nana would like to make snacks for the reading bunch.
unless there's
the book
anything else,
club.
perhaps then we should do our final preparations to get this voice out of your head. Then
I would appreciate
Oh,
it.
yes. What time of day is it? It is. Would you mind if we went this evening and then continued our journey early tomorrow morning?
what?
And this is purely because, and I don't know how to say this in a way that doesn't break the fourth wall, but my transport spells are literally on the same slot, and I only got one of them.
Oh, I can get us there.
I gotta find a replacement first.
Yeah, I
Oh,
only got one of them.
Arthur,
I
I
don't want to-
feel like we're not
don't-
going into battle against Jalira. We're just going to pop and talk to an old friend.
Wait, aren't the bracers coming? Didn't they?
He's
arrive?
wearing
already
them right
arrived.
now.
He's already got
He's
them.
wearing
Yeah, I
them.
got
Oh,
the
yeah.
braces.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, get him.
He's just doing poses, sporting his new braces.
Yeah.
Just hoping someone will notice.
Oh,
like-
you meant replacement for the guild. Sorry, I'm back with it. Yeah.
What was the point of all these meetings? I thought you'd already sort of got something going.
No. We had a meeting. We said what I want. It was really good. I like them. Rah rah
Right.
rah. And then I said we'll set up another one to confirm.
I
And
can't
then-
believe that we're pausing every...
This is a lot of bureaucracy.
It really is. It really, really is.
All right. Well,
stay
I'm
in my
making
suit.
snacks. You get ready. All right.
All right. Well, do we just want to then let Arthur polish up his bureaucracy? We all get a long rest tonight, and then we can set off first thing in the morning and deal with Wormsbane.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Can Gerald get us to the cave, or is there not like a teleportation?
Oh
thing
no,
there?
I can. I've got many means of transport now.
Oh, no.
Also, if you just hold on to the hem of Rudy's little shirt, you can teleport there without issue.
Oh man.
Because it comes
You have
from.
an associated object, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
That's right. I'm wearing his
Love
flesh. I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah, that's kind of the whole issue, actually.
It's
Yeah.
kind of the whole
Yeah.
point, you know, of this whole thing. you know.
Yeah.
Here's
Yeah.
what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
We're gonna go on a quick little break. The players get to take a long rest and fidget with
Oh.
spells.
Yeah, it's a good
Uh,
idea.
absolutely
and
will.
we'll talk about some quick little housekeeping for the group, and we will get back into the game in a couple of minutes.
A quick,
Well, I will. Yes, go
a
ahead.
quick question. Rudy. Also, what kind of dragon was it again?
Angry.
No, like what kind of breath did it have?
Ashid.
Acid.
Acid.
Well,
Yes,
then
I
I'll
believe-
prepare my acid resistance.
I do believe it was a brass.
Yeah, it's
Or
a
no,
copper.
It's
Yeah.
copper.
Copper.
Yeah.
Gerald, it's and Rudy kind of like points to the admittedly very dinged up, pot marked, like probably holes
It's
in it
seen
too.
better
It surely
It's definitely
has,
better times.
even
Yeah.
being a magical
Like,
item, it's been knocked
tune
around.
with Rudy decaying, it's almost like the armor itself is corroding as well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let's get you a nice suit of Seren Ray armor.
I mean, I have an idea. I don't know whether the idea is going to come through, but you know, we're going to see how we go.
Well,
Yes,
first
we
things
love it, we
first,
love it.
let's deal with this guy.
Yeah.
Mm,
All right.
Yeah.
So everyone watching from my feed, I'm going to run some ads. I know ads ran 15 minutes ago, but we will run them again just so we can
Okay.
get the rest of the
We'll
session.
be doing
Mhm.
the same, and we will be right to Baku, people.
I will leave
Oh,
you
yeah.
all
I mean,
with
I'm gonna
whoever's
be-
Hear me out. What if I put on Grasping Vine and Polymorph, turn it into a little worm, and then it has to sit there and listen to you?
No, like if
That's
Josie's not here,
because it's Wormsbane as well.
Is Josie not? If Josie's not here, I want to try and talk this out, and then I would love if Wormsbane can pass willingly. We could make armor out of his bones.
Oh, that'd be sick.
That's...
Will he let you though? Because he was.
I don't
pretty mad
know,
about his
but
He's pretty mad about the skin.
Yeah,
armor.
I want to
what?
give back
I
the
I feel
love
like
the
he's
skin.
idea.
gonna be
I
even
love the
madder
idea.
about the bones armor.
I
You,
love
like
the
talk him
idea.
down.
Yes,
You're
yeah.
like, he's like, all right, I can finally rest, and then you're like, now I'm gonna make armor out of
By
your
the
Well,
way,
I mean,
how do you feel about?
the other thing was like, was kind of thinking of maybe making him like giving him back his scales, possibly with a WISH.
No,
He could be a pretty good ally.
no, God, no.
Oh, can you imagine a friendly
Worse.
dragon?
That would be pretty sick, though.
All right.
Imagine like you're a dragon rider
Cool,
then.
but also,
That'd be
no, we're
pretty
not
sick.
giving a wish to
That'd be pretty
some
sick.
some rando mini boss.
No,
Besides,
no,
we already know the
no,
wish
we're
is
not
going
giving
to the
him the
goose,
wish. I would
obviously.
use. It doesn't matter. It's fine. I would use it, but anyway, that's okay. All right, we're on the ads. We'll be back in a second.
I will be back.
I will be here. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Let's see. There we go. Now I can see some chats as well. So if you've got any questions while the others are all gone, I'll do my best to answer them for you. I hope you're all doing good, enjoying the evening, and I hope you're all hydrating sufficiently, which I am not, so I'm going to. Supper manna. Hey, Dutch. Wow. I see Sharky in the other chat as well, and hello. Yeah, it's nice to not be a complete wreck this week. Only a partial wreck, which is lovely. Ah. So, what are you all thinking? What are you all thinking of our chances going in to Wormsbane and talking it out like Rudy's suggesting, or like Aussie's suggesting? What are our odds on a what's the word? We'll just say talking it out. What do you think the chances are that we avoid combat with Wormsbane? Personally, I'm feeling like the chance is like a 1 in 10, possibly a 1 in 20. You know, like what's or in D&D terms, what's the DC for Rudy to talk Wormsbane down, who's been shit talking him for months? Sounds about right. Yeah. Well, I mean, Rudy is talking about potentially offering the armor back, and I'm sure that's probably going to be the best chance he has, I reckon.
Hi, Roger.
That's the whole contention. Hey, Josie.
How you doing?
Oh, it's all right. Better than last
What are we
week.
talking about?
I'm trying to work out with the chats, both yours and Aussie's, what the odds are of a certain Skeller boy talking down an incredibly angry spirit dragon. And I'm giving it about a 1 in 20, and maybe a 1 in 10 if he successfully gives the armor before combat breaks out.
Those are very specific numbers. May I ask how you came to those odds?
In my head.
Okay.
That's it. Because at first I was like a 1 in 10, and I thought, well, you know, we're playing D&D, so I might as well make it a 1 in 20, because that's also not going to be too far off. odds-wise, as far as what I guessed.
Well, here I was thinking that the 1 in 20 was like he's probably up to a some sort of random number generator that has a span of 1 to 20, and then in some way that span is made to be a more favorable span. In this case, like going from a 1 in 20 to a 1 in 10, I'm thinking that could be something akin to either you have the amount like needed to get in this random number generator, or you get to actually roll twice. And,
Yeah, potentially
use the more
use the more
advantageous
favorable
uses.
outcome.
Yeah.
That could definitely improve the odds. Almost certainly. I think
That's what I was
think it's
thinking,
more
yeah.
about because I was theorizing that if Rudy can successfully get the armor to Wormsbane before the murdering starts happening,
Yeah.
then I feel like there may be a chance of further negotiation. But I also feel like those odds are so slim because, oh god, he wants to murder him so badly. And that's kind of his whole thing, right? It's just about, Wormsbane be Wormsbaning.
Wormsbane be Wormsbaning. That's true.
He's been single-minded for a very, very long time. So I feel like it's a long shot, but the magic of D&D is that even long shots have a chance.
I am reading though on the spell teleport, and there is perchance, depending on how I'm feeling today, a caveat on using the armor to teleport. You see here it says the objects need to have been taken from the place you wanted to lead no more than 6 months prior.
Oh.
So we'll see. We'll see. There might be some associated dice rolling.
Oh, of course. I mean, it wouldn't be D&D without that.
Right.
That's part of the joy.
Josie, I have a question.
That's me.
That's
But
you.
I might have an answer.
Oh,
So a lodestone and iron filings. A lodestone, would that be a pretty common object, or would that be something that you'd have to seek out?
Does it say it has a value?
No. It
Then
just
it's
says
a very common
lodestone.
item.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay.
You are correct.
And just
But
like
the thing is that Nana has what is considered a focus. Your
right, so she
spoon.
wouldn't necessarily need that.
Anytime the materials don't have an associated cost, your spoon is used instead.
That's right. You have told me that several times, and then it takes me so long to use another spell.
I don't mind repeating.
that I forget. Okay, and then I have another question. If there was say a flying creature, like a dragon per se, just say like any flying creature, anything at all,
A bird, a goose.
And you reversed gravity on it, it would crash into the ground, right?
No.
Damn it.
Because it is still affected by gravity even when flying.
Damn it.
What you're looking
So it
for
doesn't
is a
just
spell called Earthbind.
I have that spell too. I just thought reverse gravity looked cooler, so
It sounds cooler as well.
it sounds pretty cool. And then I was like, oh, would that smack your head into the floor? But no. I mean, the ceiling? Yeah.
It could. If there was a ceiling, you could use reverse gravity to have them get slammed at the ceiling.
I was hoping, but I guess if they're flying, they can probably correct themselves. And by dragon, I definitely meant Jalira.
Well, I will say trying to readjust to a suddenly shifted point of gravity might be more difficult than just turning around.
True.
Your equilibrium is most likely thrown for a loop.
If she's that high and I just whoop right in that little spot, and she's bonk. It would be worth it just for the lump on the head, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, don't use up all your
No,
good animal handling.
and then
checks.
no, and then you have someone cast Earth Pillar and just like crusher her against the
I
ceiling.
can do that too.
Oh, there you go.
Bones
Nice.
of the earth, baby. All right, my
Yeah.
whole thing has changed. my whole goal here.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Just waddle up to Jalira and say, "Hey, you ever watched hydraulic press ASMR? We're about to become one."
Why do I feel like Jalira
Oh,
would just stand
God.
there and it's like when the hydraulic press messes with something it shouldn't and it just like cracks apart as
Yeah,
Jalira's
yeah,
just
yeah.
standing there. It's like,
Just like tries to
oh,
get her horns, and they just like
shit.
2 little points through it.
But then it lifts up and the horns are lodged in there and she just goes up with it.
Worth it. Worth it.
Then she's stuck. She's like, "Get me out!"
Like, no, not until you stop being mean.
Do you promise
how
to
we get her.
stop trying to fuck with the world?
Yeah. Just like
And then she just unhooks her horns.
just clips off the headband.
and we're like, oh my god, they were fake all along. And then
Wow.
Or
I
like,
knew it.
Or she just, I don't know, sheds her horns.
Oh,
like a moose.
Can we
like a
not
freaking
just,
Just fall
moose.
off.
can we not
Oh,
think
I'm just
about
imagining
That'd be
like
pretty sick, actually.
like the shedding part where they look like they've just covered in gore.
Oh, the velvet, the
Yeah,
reindeer
yeah,
velvet.
Yeah.
Reindeer velvet.
No, that's after she's headbutted one of you all.
Yeah.
anyway? D&D campaign,
D&D.
active
Yeah,
playing.
We
Yeah.
love antlers.
Yes.
Is Nana doing the hero's face?
Oh yeah, of course. I was just kind of assuming she had, and then, like, I forgot to tell you. Yeah, she's doing the hero's
Okay.
feast. So you get, but not like the one that actually involves components, just the normal,
just your
just
freebie.
the normal
Yeah.
freebie feat. So here's your
Not the premium. This is the
not the premium.
That
No,
was
she
she's
does.
also
She does get extra benefits if she casts it
Yeah.
with like as a full spell thing.
yeah.
Well, I think there's like hero's feast, and then there's hero's feast plus plus. Those are the
There's like
subscription
hero,
model.
yeah. There's that's the
Then there's
subscription model.
Precedence Feast.
Oh,
Yeah. So oh wait, where are
Royal
you? What the
Feast.
heck?
It should be on your spoon.
It's in my. Oh, it's in my spoon. That's right. I was looking on my feet for some reason. It's in my spoon. Yeah.
I do
What?
believe it's either 2d10 or 2d12 that people
It is
get added to
2d10.
their max. Yes.
Yeah.
And they get extra effects as well. I believe. they were
Yes.
more to it.
So blah blah. You can spend an hour. Yep, I'm gonna do that. Oh no.
Well, while you're working
The
on
effect of
that,
a hero's feast.
Nana,
Yeah. Yeah.
while Nana is preparing a feast in the kitchen.
Yeah, she is.
Arthur, you are sitting currently in your office with Claire, having a second interview.
So, Claire,
Yes.
time is now the essence for the Vanguard at the moment. And I have decided you're a brilliant candidate, and I welcome you to take this position of the Guild Master. Do you accept?
Thank you. Did you? Well, I wanted to ask if you looked into. I said I could take the job if I would also get to hire a personal secretary employee. Well, not really a secretary.
Someone
I
to
don't-
do the physical part of the job, as to say, yes.
Yes.
Look, there is some brilliant candidates. I think the best way to do that is to screen them. Put out that you are looking for someone to be,
But,
say, your
but
second.
will I be allowed to? Will that be part of? Well,
Well,
assume
you.
I become the boss.
You are
decide.
gonna be the boss. You decide.
I'll
that, man.
take the job. And she stands up. And, just
Wait,
pens
I
her
can make
head,
the rules
like,
now. Yes.
Do keep in mind there is one teeny little thing is that I'm gonna make sure that the Vanguard will always have a room here.
Sure. I'm assuming also I get to have a a month or two where I get to shadow you and see how it works behind the scenes.
Oh.
Unfortunately, with times pressing as is current, I do
Okay,
have to
well,
travel
I'll ask
away.
some of the senior members.
Yes, I was gonna say lean on your senior members of the guild. They will be very handy to you. If you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to send me a letter. I'll answer it the best I can, or if it can wait, I'll definitely answer anything you got back. Now, and Arthur starts opening the drawer with all the keys and starts explaining all the keys and what this is for, and the notes and the letters and the books, and goes, "This is the money."
Yeah,
and
you
he starts.
do a full like walkthrough, and
Yeah.
and by the time you and Claire return out to the main area, Nana is currently serving up food for Rudy and Gerald.
Then Arthur sort of goes to Nana real quick.
Nanny.
Nanny.
Oh, I see.
Nana,
Wow.
if you can grab some drinks for everyone, or get some people to start serving drinks to everyone in the guild hall right now. I'd like to make an announcement.
Oh, of course, yes. Yeah, Nana will do that, definitely.
Claire, please stand right there. We'll wait till the drinks are handed out.
Okay. And like everyone, you see a couple of the druids, some of the volunteers. Everyone is handed a drink, and they look over. They've heard the rumors. They know what you've been doing, and they all look pleased and happy to see that Claire is the one to take over the men.
Arthur noticed the kitchen staff isn't out, so he's gonna. Everyone, come out. That's you guys as well.
Vinny like also comes out. Like he was just in the kitchen for some reason.
The chicken is tagged along out. Crater shows up. Ami steps out, has a little apron on.
We were cooking.
I
We
love
cooked
that.
here.
All right. Now, rumors are that I am stepping down, which is correct. But
Spoiler alert. You meant to
Rudy,
say
I
that
will
part
not-
at the end.
wait.
Ruining the story.
You don't tell me how to do this. Shut your trap. So you gotta put
Sit down.
position.
Get
Nana
on
will,
with it.
You gotta have authority when you talk to some people like this. Anyways,
Nana shoves a spoon in Rudy's mouth full of like food.
yes, I am stepping down. But with that means you have a new leader. I would like everyone to raise their glass to the new guildmaster, Claire. And he takes
Everyone
one.
raises their glass and cheers loudly. Why? Why? They start chanting, Claire, Claire, Claire.
Now,
And-
Claire, do you have anything to say for the guild?
Totally thrown on the spot.
And she's just standing there with a glass in hand. Yeah. I'm gonna whip you all into shape, and we're show Arthur and Venerian what we're capable of. You're gonna feel after just, I swear, a couple of months, I've got ideas for changes. I'm gonna implement them as soon as possible. I've been looking over the paperwork. I am sure we can find somewhere to make the budget more efficient. Everyone, I give you my worded commitment here and now. Everyone will be getting a pay raise by the end of the month.
Yeah.
And she looks at you. Shit, you're still members.
Damn right I am, boss. All right, come on, let's go and join everyone.
Yeah, and there's like the little planning table is left, the bulletin board. Everyone walks over. They start taking part of the food, the drinks. It's got a nice sense of just revelry for a moment as people are just. Everyone's taking their turn to walk up to Claire and ask. Bjorn is getting so much attention, he eventually runs away.
Oh, baby.
Vinny ends up just hopping through the room, slapping people randomly. They make their puns, and they have no idea what's going on.
That's my boy.
And you realize there's a trend of handing the dirty dishes to Crater, who just eats them.
Claire, I say that's going to be not a cost effective in any way, is it?
What are you talking about, Arthur? The one piece of paperwork I did sign recently was to switch the guild over to paper plates. Much more cost effective, and Crater's getting fed.
Yeah, also, and Claire looks at you, Arthur. Also, this is incredibly efficient waste management. I can't believe you haven't actually brought down on the opportunity here. Now, we'll probably have to make it a bit more efficient. Paper plates, yes, we will be switching back to regular plates in time, but wouldn't it be marvelous if we could have everyone sort their trash? So we have certain types of materials sorted separately, and one where we have food waste that we can either turn to mulch and fertilizer for the garden that Nana has been running, and use to feed the various animals.
This is the single best
I
decision Arthur has
want
ever
to
made.
marry Claire now.
See,
I want
Arthur-
to be
Claire,
me.
Claire is also a ranger. Claire's like very
Claire's
much
got
hugger
this.
type.
See,
I'm here for
when
it.
you have someone else taking care of the paperwork, i.e. you, Arthur, Claire's been coming up with ideas on how to make the guild better. I feel like a secretary would have
And
done
Claire
wonders.
turns around and says, "Rudy, you're supposed to be his secretary."
I never
can't
agreed.
believe- No,
Oh,
you didn't agree. But we have here, and she like grabs from a like she has a
the
messenger
other one
bag.
you
She opens up like where your signature is on like an employment form.
But well, I'll be damned. I did agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you
So
didn't
actually,
look
we're
on
gonna
that.
cut your pay. You're the only one who doesn't get a pay raise, because you have some back pay that we need to save in, because you've still been paid for your full services, but you haven't actually performed them. So unfortunately, yes.
Okay, that's fine. Can we skip to the clause where saving all your asses
Hey,
kind of,
Yeah, and we do depend on you saving our asses, so I can
that's
keep
non-guild
paying you.
business, though. You know.
and I've saved you guys.
I
once,
can literally
remember?
resurrect you. I
Yes,
feel
but
like
you
that's
wouldn't
it.
have if I didn't.
That trumps everything.
Oh my god.
Claire, I think you're
Look,
gonna make
no,
a fitting.
I'm sorry.
fitting leader
Yes,
to
but
the group.
Arthur, before I have one more thing to say. Rudy,
Oh.
if you are not happy with your current working environment, perhaps it is time you consider a different vocation.
If Rudy had the muscle
Oh, how
structure in
long
his
has she
in his
been
eyes,
waiting?
he would be his eyes would be twitching right now.
Oh, man.
And
And then
he-
and then there's a moment where she goes like, "I'm just fucking with you. You
No.
saved my life." And she just like shows everyone this scar.
No, and like Claire says this, and Rudy's just vibrating, and he's just like, "I'm sorry, I am too high strung. For weeks, I have been hearing an angry voice in my head telling me that it is good."
Yeah, you should definitely do something about that.
Oh my god.
If Noctia wasn't sleeping in the other room, oh my gosh, I would have just gone nuts.
That is so funny.
What do you
That's
think
hilarious.
I have been doing for the last couple of weeks? I have been. That's it. Arthur, follow me here. And he grabs Arthur and like just drags him back into his.
And he just looks at the rest of the group so concerned, like,
You
You'll
hear,
be
you hear
fine.
Hannah. You hear Hannah screaming from a couple of booths down. Hostile work environment.
Somebody contact HR.
Don't have HR, Gerald.
Claire, implement HR.
Wait, what's Hannah's last name?
Brazen Fist.
Raisin Fist. HR. Done.
Brazen.
I know, but I'm
Brazen.
twisting it to my own machinations. I love it. With HB, does that count?
Sure. So did Rudy? Did you want to have any
Yes,
particular?
yeah.
conversation
This is
with Arthur?
there's actually a reason to a method
Gerald's
to
just
Rudy's
sitting
madness.
eating through this.
Oh yeah.
I'm just trying to get ready to go.
No, trust
But
me.
Gerald, you do know that something particular happens when you eat Nana's food.
Oh, I get a yummy tummy.
You get immunity to fear.
It's true. I got everything here that you
Oh.
get. So if you can all mark down for 24 hours, you get immunity, poison, and fear, and you get 2d10 hit points. And if I made it specially, you would get like another one, but you don't.
How many hit points you want to roll?
Yeah,
Actually,
so
no,
did
I
you roll
think
the
we said just
2d10?
10 hit points, right? I do believe we said just 10 hit points for the other one. So
Yeah, but
Um,
you still need to for now roll 2d10.
Roll.
So let's
Okay.
just to confirm.
Yeah,
So it
you
is
do.
immunity to poison and fear.
yes.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
you can have 15 hit points just added to your thing.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
For
You remember
24
to add
hours.
it, not increasing your. There's a section
temp
for
hit
maximum
points.
hit points. No, this is a maximum hit point increase.
Oh, what? I
Yes.
thought it was
Not 10.
10. Holy
Not
shit.
No. This is a maximum hit point increase for 24 hours.
Yep.
But there is
Oh,
a
max
special like
HP
section in the
modifier.
hit point
Yes.
Yeah.
add.
The max HP modifier rather than override max HP.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that one. Gotcha. I knew that.
Awesome.
Yeah. I believe you also get advantage on certain saving throws.
Oh, you do. Yeah, I can. Sorry,
Oh.
pull that up again. You do.
There should just honestly there should be a tick box for Heroes Feast in this.
They should be.
Yeah. Yeah. Wisdom saving throws with advantage. Yeah.
Wisdom.
And if you have any diseases or poison, whatever they may be, I don't judge. You're cured.
Oh,
You're welcome.
nice.
Excellent.
Nom, 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 nom.
Rudy obviously ate his entire portion while the speech was happening.
Yeah.
He wolfed it down.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
Rudy, you
yeah,
find yourself in the back corridor with Arthur.
right.
Rudy, I'm sorry.
Can you move closer to your mic?
didn't.
Orb?
I'm sorry.
No, no, Arthur, sorry. I should be apologizing for interrupting your speech and getting frustrated.
Oh.
Now, much more importantly, I have something for you.
Oh.
And Rudy takes him into the room and goes, while you were doing all your meetings, we got something made up, and Rudy presents the arrows, the Dawnsteel arrows, to him.
Oh. Oh my god.
So
I-
these arrows, they're not tested, but these arrows might be a little bit more potent against undead due to
Oh.
having Dawnsteel tips. Now, I have an idea, and there is literally no way to test it unless we're fighting the army of undead. But remember we were concerned about the undead generals.
Oh yes.
My very, very untested, unproven theory is that if you can nail the shot with these Dawnsteel arrows, it might assist in severing the connection to the other undead.
Oh. Wow. How many did you make up? And he's
How many did we make up? We made up a fair
I have-
amount.
There are 14
14.
arrowheads.
Yeah.
It's not
Alright.
bad.
Are they a custom item?
Well, they are a custom item. In this case, they are considered to be arrows of disruption. However, there was also talk about making the special arrow different, but it turned out it would be of detriment.
Yes.
So it would be something for Arthur to consider. If you want to have your special super magic arrow also Dawnsteel tipped, the arrow will become heavier, and it may come with some debuffs.
Right.
Now, knowing that, and that's obviously your decision,
Yeah.
I personally would say keep your magic arrow as it is. I feel like that's a very, very powerful tool, but maybe shouldn't be the tool for everything, if that makes sense.
I understand. Yes.
But it is your decision.
I will probably keep these special arrows separate. I think if I can land the hit like you said on one of the generals, I think that'll be enough. I don't want to
So
put the magic powering each other yet.
So the way Rudy handed them to Arthur is that they're all kind of all bundled up. Do you open the bundle at all?
Yes.
Cool.
Because it's curious to see.
One of the arrows does have a wrapping of paper around it.
Oh, well, what's this arrow?
That's something for you to read later.
Oh, okay. Arthur puts all the other arrows away, and he puts that particular arrow with the unbreakable arrow. Okay, thank you so much
What
for
arrow
organizing.
was that?
It was just a normal arrow, but Rudy has written a note and wrapped it around that arrow.
Okay.
That's all he's done.
Okay.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Very quickly, I can tell you that these Dawn Steel arrows, they are consumables. They cannot be recovered once used. They have the effect that if you hit a fiend or an undead, they deal 2d6 radiant damage. If they have 25 hit points or fewer, they are destroyed. No, they have to make a wisdom saving throw. If they fail, they are destroyed. If they succeed, they become frightened of you for 1 turn.
Okay,
Nice.
awesome. When I can put them into my infantry, because
Yes, I've made a note to myself to make you a custom item for them.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm also just going to quickly mark off an Omen Glass charge while they're doing that.
Ooh.
Did you also roll for
Oh.
recharge? Because you only had 1 charge.
It's been days and days.
Several,
Casey.
yeah. So is
It's been more-
anyone else using the Omen Glass?
Well, once the others get back.
I think Rudy should.
Just
actually.
I was
like after breakfast, Gerald just sitting looking in a mirror.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Rudy, for organizing all this. It's
No, it just made the most
But-
sense. We need something to, reach. I needed our most efficient striker to have the most potent tool.
fair and true.
I'm just
And as long
saying
as he
it's
follows-
nice to be thought of.
That's fine. And as long as he follows instructions to the letter, then I think we would be getting the maximum use out of these tools. And Rudy is staring directly into Arthur's eyes right now.
Yes, I will do the best I can for you in the group, Rudy.
Thank you, Arthur. You have no idea how important this is.
As the leader, I think I do, but okay. And Arthur just goes, "Shall we join them?"
Yes, I think they're at this point they're probably wondering if they're probably trying to put. They were talking about shipping the other day. We should probably yes. we
I
need to-
don't know. And as Arthur walks back out to the group, he's putting on like a joking limp, and sore arms sort of act like,
Oh my God.
"Ow,
Oh, come on, Arthur! I didn't hit you that hard.
ow."
Stop complaining. Show some strength.
Make a deception check, Arthur.
Oh God.
Never trust a fool. I'm playing the dumb thing.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, that
Go
makes
ahead.
sense. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Go ahead.
15.
15. You can see a couple of looks your way. Like some people are jokingly going like, "You deserved it." Some are like, There's like split opinions whether you're faking it or it's real. But it seems the consensus is like he probably got a beat down and he's just playing up how much. it hurt.
Oh my God.
Rudy, come.
Yes.
Hands on the Omen Glass.
Oh yes, this
before we
is
go.
very, very, very useful. Thank you, Gerald. Let's
You
roll
all
that.
hear someone goes like, "I didn't know the Vanguard were so vain."
Oh, we got to look our best before we go.
Oh, so when are we leaving though?
As soon
Well,
as I get a natural 20 on the Omen Glass,
Let's go.
please just remind me when we're dealing with Worm's Bane to
I'm
just
writing down.
pull that out. Yeah,
Oh.
just remind me.
What's that? We need
When-
a persuasion check.
Yeah,
for
where's the
Omen
persuasion
Glass.
check coming, Josie? Are you gonna make me? Are you gonna make a full day go before we get there? Because that would be mean. I feel.
Shit. No, my brain just going to the fact that if it ends up with combat, the fact that Rudy has like can add vulnerability to a person and then auto crit
Got a
Oh my
crit
God.
loaded in the chamber.
4
yeah.
times
Pretty good.
damage.
Let's.
Sham.
I wonder how powerful a
Um,
guiding bolt can get.
Yeah, like
Okay.
obviously I
I'll
want this
cast
to
this
resolve
Barely.
peacefully, but I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind fighting him with odds like
I
that.
look. Gerald doesn't want to fight anything because that's risk, but I absolutely want to fight
19
Worm's
and
Bane.
20 on the Omen.
Yeah, I got a
Blast.
19.
Go.
Who wants the last one?
Can one person do it twice?
Yeah.
Do you want to do it again, Rudy? What if you have 2 persuasion checks?
Yeah, sure. Why the hell not?
Twenty.
Or a
You
1,
want-
and
you
then
want
that's
another
where,
one?
you know, yeah.
I mean, okay.
I
Might
mean,
as
I
well.
would give it to Nana, but
I mean, a 5 is still pretty low.
5 is still pretty low.
That's
5 will
pretty
do
low.
it.
We can.
Five
You
will
can,
do
you can
it,
impose
yeah.
a 5 on someone
Yeah.
else.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's-
getting a 5 is great.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Five is
It's
pretty
you
good.
don't want the middle is really where it's
Yeah,
at.
Yeah,
you want real big or real small.
Real small. Yeah.
But
Fantastic.
yes,
All
the
right,
Vanguard.
those
After
charges.
food, you feel a bit heartened by
Mhm.
the meal, by the joy spreading throughout the guild, and you get yourself sorted to head to deal with Wormsbane.
All right.
Let's go.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it is the next morning. All right, perfect. Beautiful. Love it.
I don't think there's anything else that needs doing. I think we're just ready to roll.
Is it possible that I might have invited our 4 Ur-Dragon friends to the
They're
Heroes
busy
Feast?
reading.
Right. I
They're
was
very
gonna
busy,
just
yeah.
juice them up in case someone attacked while we were away. No, that's fine.
All right.
It's fine.
So are we leaving now?
That was the intent.
Let's. I just need to go grab my stuff out of the room real quick. I've left some stuff in there, and like the arrow is just playing in mine on the note. So Arthur's like, I'll be back in a second. You guys just sit there, and he's gonna run to the room
All
real
right,
quick.
don't be too long.
No, I'll be only a second. He runs straight into the room. He pulls out. He's like, "What is on this arrow? What makes it so special?" And he's
Oh.
put the note down.
Sorry, just
Like-
1 second.
Like,
While he's doing that, I just want to start the ritual cast for telepathic bond as well. So by the time
Oh,
he gets back,
right. Yeah.
I can complete it, and then we can go.
So Arthur
Sorry,
pulls
carry on.
the note off straight away. He's not reading it yet, but he's looking at the arrow itself, looking if there's anything special about the arrow. And he's like, looks like an ordinary.
It's just one of the
Arrow.
Dawn Steel arrows. That's what it is. It's just it's a Dawn Steel arrow.
Arthur puts it down and goes, "Oh, it must be the note then. Maybe it's magical." And he opens the note.
No, Rudy's not that
Yeah.
clever.
Rudy, what does it say on the note?
Right. So the note says, when
You
The-
lost the game. All right.
Womp womp.
is this how it feels? Oh my gosh, Josie, I feel so sorry.
Yeah, it is.
Oh gosh. Oh dear. All right. Oh, why do I make myself the center of attention? All right. It says, when the lie is exposed and a friend's deception is revealed, this arrow will fly true and find its mark. A gift from one true friend's heart to another's dead heart. Aim and loose.
Oh my!
Now you're about to
So-
make me cry within 30 seconds. Oh my god.
So Arthur.
I'll send you a typed
Um,
version later. I'm
yeah.
sorry I didn't have it for you ready, but
Arthur's got like tears rolling down his face, and he's like, all right," and he's like put the arrow away, and he's walked out, and you could clearly see he's been crying, and he's walked
Mhm.
out. He's got all right, we can go now. Yep,
You all right,
Yeah.
Arthur?
yep, yep, yep. Let's go.
All right. Well, and he finishes casting Rary's telepathic bond, and you all hear just like a little, like the scars light up just a little bit, and a little like, just like a little static thing just goes zzz to each of your foreheads, just tick 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 tick, and you hear in your brain testing 1 2. Can you all hear me? And Gerald's not opening his mouth. You're just hearing this in your heads,
Mm.
all of you at the same time,
Yes,
Oh,
we can
okay, yeah.
hear you.
Yes,
and
yes.
you all hear each other speaking.
Oh
Hmm.
no.
Oh,
Why
I
are there
don't
more
like
voices
this.
in my head? No, no, no. Wait,
And
wait.
you all hear 2 days before I am free.
Oh shit, we can hear that.
Oh, you all can finally understand.
Oh, I hate this.
no. I count the minutes.
I don't
Wormsbane,
like this.
Crush you.
Rudy thinks, Wormsbane, you're on a group call. My companions can hear you now.
Everyone can hear me?
Yes.
Can you
So
hear me?
this is a long
Wormsbane,
distance
I hear
intervention.
that.
Can.
Oh,
I will crush all of you.
oh, you can crush me if
You
you
will make
want,
a
but I-
fine meal for my return. I will grind you down and
Oh,
add
wow,
your
he really
bones
goes
to
on,
my
doesn't he?
collection.
Oh, you have no idea, Gerald. You have no idea.
I mean, I do
I
now.
will drown your spleens and paint my scales.
Well, this-
427.
This is an
And-
unfortunate side effect, I suppose, in this case. But
It's
all right.
great.
well, we could tell them that. Rudy, what don't they like?
Do you think that, Arthur?
Yeah,
well, you don't have
Yeah.
to use the.
yeah, no,
bot. It's
no.
an
Arthur's
option.
thinking
Oh.
that. Like,
Everyone think very quietly, all right?
he's thinking it because he hates the double talking thing.
They don't like me.
No, but I like you.
Oh.
I want to burn them. I want to say something bad to them.
How about
You
we
know
don't?
what? You suck.
Well, look, you could workshop it, and we'll tell it to them directly shortly.
I want to make sure Nana has the little bottle of fungus. And she sort of holds it up and goes, all right, time to go home.
All right.
Yeah.
uh,
Are you teleporting?
Yes, Rudy. I need you specifically
Ooh, me.
for some connection.
Oh, of course.
I know we've scried there before, so I've at least seen the place.
And if we've put the connection that we know it's the same cave as the fungus cave, Rudy's seen it too
oh
in
yeah,
the
the
vision.
fungus is from the.
Yeah.
That's still not a 6-month thing necessarily, but
No, that would have been way before, I think.
Years.
Yeah.
but it should be relatively okay. Though if it goes wrong, just know that there's a chance we might end up a little bit off target.
Oh, that's fine. If we end up
So just be ready in case it's a water landing.
well, if everyone's close to me or touching me, I can then, if we're in danger, I can get us straight back here to Ebonspire.
It would be more convenient to get us closer there, though. But that's all right. We'll just whatever happens, as long we'll deal with it. You all ready?
Oh, yes, ready?
Yep, I guess. And Arthur's still like looking over at Rudy and just, yep.
Nana will take his hand.
Oh,
All right then. Hold on tight, and see the hair just raise a little bit as the gorget now powers up, and he casts teleport to take them to.
And I'm
The
gonna
island of
ask you to
Wormsbane.
roll a D100.
Oh
Yep.
no.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
This is great because I stupidly took off my transport spells. So I will have to wait until tomorrow.
No, this is fine.
Thinking, no, we've got this.
This is fun though.
This is
So,
fun.
This is
So here's the teleport. 1D100. No whammies.
No
That's a
whammies.
1.
Oh gosh.
That's a
That's,
literal 1.
1.
I mean, that's amazing for rolling divine intervention, but
Yeah.
And
one.
then this comes out of nowhere and it's like, where do you want to
That
go?
is-
No,
Hey.
There's a
wait.
chance of if this is has a chance of a mishap though. This is a mishap.
A 1 feels like a mishap.
No.
Oh no.
Not with my non-existent guidance
Like
cantrip.
unless the destination's a permanent circle or the associated objects we have is sufficient to count
However-
as an associated object. Then
Josie's
it's
laughing.
I have put you on the middle ground. This is a very familiar spell. or like
I
sections
just
of it
needed
still a
a
miss.
6 or higher then for it not to be a miss.
Yeah, you did. You did.
But,
Instead,
yeah,
everyone
that's
takes
fine.
22 points of force damage.
Ah!
That is hilarious.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yep.
We were just talking about that before the stream, everyone. Force
Yeah.
damage.
Who
Hey,
has
but what about force
Force
damage?
Well, actually, I feel like I should roll the damage because it then says the GM does the re-roll on the table for the next.
Okay. You feel free to roll that 3d10. I have re-rolled, and you do
That's
arrive safe.
11 force
Oh, we
damage.
do. Okay.
Okay,
So
that's
so
different.
instead of,
That's very different.
instead of whatever
That's different.
nonsense Joseph did, you take 11 damage.
Yeah, don't mind me. I don't know what I'm talking
So, yeah,
about.
now Tracy does the
I have
re-roll
no
and sees-
authority here.
and tells us how the teleport actually works.
Oh, that hurt a bit.
I
Uh,
can't
Was that
believe I'm
supposed to
taking
hurt?
force damage though.
Yeah.
You have no time to talk. The teleport happens before that.
Yeah, so basically what happens is you get like sucked into this almost like a sudden vacuum space, and where it should be a seamless transition, everyone just feels
We're
it
just
sudden,
getting
almost
tumbled around.
static, like, and then you find yourselves in a dark cavern. Your feet land on the ground. Rudy, you immediately know you're standing on piles of bones.
Oh, that didn't
You
go
know what I'm
quite
gonna
right.
do?
Do you
I'm
know?
gonna move you all to
are we
a
in the right
battle
place?
map.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
This is actually what I was kind of afraid of, is that you'd teleport us directly to Wormsbane, which is not great.
If I have, I mean, that would be fantastic. That's expedient, right?
Oh, wait. I need to
Oh.
read.
Hang on.
You should
I
all
will
be
refresh.
slowly but surely moved.
I gotta...
Oh, got kicked. Hold on. I kicked myself by refreshing.
Foundry
that's
sad?
anything. Yeah, Foundry sad.
I can't believe I rolled a 1.
Foundry did a red
Oh.
error, but we'll just keep watching and see what happens.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, I'll just do this.
Do refresh and see if it pops
Yeah.
up.
We will refresh.
I can see okay.
I might kick you.
Yes, you find yourselves in a dark, cavernous space.
Rudy, is this the right place?
I don't know. I can't see.
Arthur just
will,
laughs.
There's bones everywhere. It's very rocky.
Yep. You're just. Look.
Yeah.
I mean, bones. Yes. It certainly feels like the right place.
It smells of moist earth, rocks. It definitely smells like a subterranean space. But there's also a very dense scent of iron in the air, either from iron veins or blood, an obscene amount of blood.
Can Arthur see if there's any tracks or anything that's been maybe dropped in here to explain why there's so many bones laying around?
Sure, make a perception or investigation check.
I might go with the perception.
Perception.
21.
21. You look around and all the various bones look like they've been crushed. It's almost like you can't tell any specific tracks. Instead, all the earth down there has been trampled and packed over and over and over. And there's just these piles of broken bones. Some of them are acid pitted. You can also smell that sort of acrid scent in the air itself.
Arthur hear anything?
Arthur hears a soft scraping shuffle all around.
Rudy will cast light
Oh, Rudy.
Oh.
on his
Rudy.
on the magic.
Okay.
Nana will commune with nature for just a minute.
Oh, I don't think there's much nature down here, Nana.
As you start like focusing on the spell, you all hear, not only in your minds, but coming from deeper within the cavern, I see you've arrived.
Oh,
No,
we're
we
in the right place
haven't.
then.
Oh, well, it would be that way then. Never mind.
We've come to have a little chat.
You have come to parley.
Yeah, where do we have to meet you?
I mean, would you
To
want?
party.
I mean, you want your scales
Step
back,
in. Step in.
but you aren't
I
gonna.
want you dead.
No, that's not chatting. That's
No.
killing.
He's already kind of dead, to be fair, Wormsbane.
Hang on. You want to kill us, right?
Yes.
So why don't you tell us how we can get to you, and you can kill
I
us
told you,
personally.
Step forward.
But if I step forward, other things might kill me, not you.
Arthur, you
There is
can.
nothing here besides me and you. And you all see now that I'm gonna ask as well: is Rudy hiding the light?
No,
the
he
magic?
he casts light on his magic. He can't see. It's
Yeah.
a dark cave. He's
Yeah.
Okay, and you all see on the ground around these shards of broken and pitted bones. Some of them are almost moving, slowly shuffling in the ground.
Yeah. So he's literally underfoot. Cool. Cool.
But they're all moving in the same direction.
Towards us.
No.
No.
They're all moving
No.
this way.
Okay, Arthur sees that, and
Follow them.
he's full on gonna cast wind wall in that direction.
just hold on. Just stop.
What?
I wanted to talk face to face.
Okay, Arthur is casting wind wall. Where are you putting the wind wall?
Where you're saying that direction's where they're traveling, that's where Arthur literally.
Oh, to stop the bones from getting through.
Trying to stop
That's
the bones
pretty
getting there.
much.
Nah, that's kind of.
Mm.
That's kind
Is
of
it-
Okay,
Oh,
so
oh,
I
oh,
need
oh.
you on the map, ping where you want the wall to start and end.
Okay, so
You click and hold down to ping.
like more or less like that. Did you get that? No.
Do you not? You gotta have the
Uh,
ping icon selected. I'm pretty sure that's.
Select
Are you
target.
thinking something like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
There's all of a sudden there's a gush of wind blowing up, and you see some of the bones are torn into the air. They fly up. Dirt and mud is also spilled into the air. The scent of acrid iron spills all around
Oh.
you,
Oh,
Yes.
Arthur, what have you done?
and you
I'm-
hear, "You missed."
I was just to stop the bones from traveling that
But
way,
I-
not to hit you.
You see the bones are still moving, like they move into this, they get blown away. But you also see that there are bones over here that are moving this way.
I see. Yeah.
Perhaps let's investigate before we start blowing spells off, shall we?
I just wanted to stop them, Gerald, and that's how they stopped. All right, let's.
Suddenly, there's a very strong draft pushing you all backwards towards what looks like a tunnel passage. Now that wind is actively blowing around, and it only has one way to go. There's suddenly this strong pressure. Everyone's ears start
Oh.
popping.
Arthur, maybe turn off the wind wall. It's a little.
That would be, and it would be blowing towards the exit, presumably, right?
Yes, which is right behind you
Yeah.
here.
Got it.
Oh, well, that's actually.
Gerald is just going to have a quick little move over here and just look out. Is this actually just the entrance to the cave?
No. You look ahead and you see what looks like there's a little dip, and there's just this sizzling, smoking. You see this dense fog. It's reminiscent of the miasma lake, but it's definitely like acid that's just
Mhm.
pooled and spilling out. But you do see further in light, a careful little section of smaller light sources.
Not pictured on this map, though, presumably.
No.
Arthur's gonna try to go west, away from the wind walls blowing. I think we just keep it up. We just move out of the road where the exit is.
All right. Well, Nana is going to pull out the club sandwiches that she made.
Are they clubs
You
or are they
think-
sandwiches?
They are both. They are. I mean, like the one that she made is like, imagine like a foot long like Subway, and she just kind of filled it with like nice, several types of meats and like a little bit of veggie, but very slim on the veggies because she's like, this is a dragon. So she
It's
kinda
also the
hands it-
stalest bread, so you could kill someone with it.
I mean, yeah.
As Arthur's where he is, he goes, guys,
I see you.
Excellent.
I think
Elfling.
I see
Fan-
you two.
Excellent. Rudy will.
No, there's a
Oh,
dragon
Rudy, take
skull.
Does Rudy take the club sandwich, or does Nana have to carry it?
Nana
You
has
just-
to carry it.
Okay, that's fair.
Rudy's.
All right, I'm coming. I'm coming.
Just hold on. No,
Oh,
don't.
Ooh.
Gerald on my head.
Arthur's full on gonna go find a spot to sit.
Okay. I just.
Rudy, why don't you
No, my cover.
do your thing?
Wormsbane, look. I know you want to do this. You want to attack. You want to kill us. I'm not going to say I understand because I feel like that would be demeaning to your suffering.
And suffer I do.
But you did not give myself a chance to converse on how I obtained these scales. And if I
Does not matter. They're mine.
in
And
which,
it's like all the little bits of bones fiber.
in which case, why didn't you just ask for them back instead of attacking me?
Because they are mine, and I will have them.
But I'm willing to give them to you.
Being this close to Wormsbane and connected, you feel a sourceless, agonizing pain inside you.
No.
Just without reason, you just feel this frustration, this soul pain. It's just pure suffering. Nothing is being done to you, but it hurts so much. It is hard to think.
Wormsbane, am I right to assume, is this what you're feeling?
I suffer! And the whole chasm, just the cavern shakes. You see all the little bone bits jump. End it. I'll end you. I'll end everyone.
Well,
Because I've got this thorn in my paw.
well, yes, I believe that, absolutely. Just see the dice go.
Arthur is
Stealth.
nowhere to be seen.
That's fair. Right. How about, now that I feel a small portion of what you're feeling, would you tell us how it is that how you became how you are? If there's anything, like, I am willing right now to take off the scales and give them to you,
Gerald also disappears.
but I would like to help you. I don't want you to suffer.
And take my pain. Free me.
How would I do that?
Step closer, and I'll tell you.
I'm not sure Rudy might like barely even see the skull at this range with the light, right?
That's a good question.
There's enough of like reflective materials that there's like
Mm.
this almost
Shadowy
kaleidoscope.
skull kind of.
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, there
Mm.
is also inside the skull.
Mm.
There's this faint little magical sphere
I
that
see
gives
that.
off
I
a
see that
slow
glowy eye.
light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well,
Mm.
is Rudy stepping close?
But it's
Yeah, 'cause
almost it's
not a
like
phone.
everyone now seeing it's a singular sphere. It's almost
Mm.
just socketed inside the skull.
Mm.
Oh, we gonna get that ball?
Mm.
Oh. Okay. Yep.
Oh, Cuddly connected some dots.
Don't worry about it.
I feel like
Yep.
I've got a few dots connected too, but that's okay.
I'm not sure I do, but
Mm.
that's also okay.
I am, however, real quick gonna see if I can make this a little bit brighter on the map. There we go. It was just very dark, I saw on
Yeah.
my stream. So it should look better now, people.
Yeah, it
Um,
does. There's a little bit more light.
All right. Rudy
Move it.
would indicate to Nana to probably move closer.
Yeah, you look around and it's just you and Nana
Yeah.
all of a sudden.
Oh, that's odd. Nana, and then Rudy sort of like nudges his head that way, where he's pinging, where I'm pinging now.
Oh yeah. You want me to step off a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You be safe. You know, if you need me, you've got.
How long
this.
does wind wall last, Arthur?
It'll up to 1 hour.
Oh,
No,
okay.
sorry. I just wrote Gerald's invisibility.
10 minutes, right?
It should be
Is it a
1
minute?
It should be a minute.
Okay.
Oh, 1 minute.
Then it is gone.
Yeah, one action up
Yeah.
to 1 minute. Yeah.
But you all still see these small pieces of bone are just like slowly like snailing their way through the ground towards this skull.
Yeah.
If anyone can get through to him, Rudy, I think it's going to be you.
So is Rudy moving forward?
Yeah, Rudy is gonna walk forward.
Then Arthur wants to move forward just below where Gerald is. He's going. Oh, now I know how to
know where
ping.
Gerald is.
Apparently,
You don't know where Gerald
right
is.
there. Oh well, Arthur wants to move to like there.
I'll move.
I would
you.
love if you
Yeah.
bumped into Gerald.
We bumped into each
Oh,
other.
that's funny.
But
I think it's more that like Gerald just like shimmied away from Arthur.
Well, he might be too stealthy for Gerald to notice because my
Could be.
perception's
Could be.
garbage.
It's true.
Yeah.
But Arthur's just
That'd be
having
so
enough
funny.
where he can see
Yeah.
everything behind.
I mean, you do have like auto detect magic, so you might know him by his
That's true,
aura.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. See a little magical aura crawling past and just make sure it's not something trying to tell us.
Oh my god, is it like
Hmm.
everyone looks like little constellations of magical items?
Oh,
cool.
that's actually really nifty.
Yeah.
I like that.
Actually,
It's
I
more
love
like
the-
you're like I see the bow, the vambraces.
I love the idea
boots.
that I like start
must
to
be Arthur.
recognize them as the pattern rather than
Yeah.
like
Hell
So
yeah.
It's like it's like an Orion constellation situation.
yeah,
That's cool.
it's the constellation of Nana.
But as
So cool, I love that.
Arthur's sitting there, he's gonna ready his arrow. Just a normal non-breaking arrow, and he's just gonna sit there, aimed and ready.
Okay.
Yeah, Rudy
Rudy, or
does move.
Getting
He moves closer.
Mm-hmm.
Wormsbane, I want to understand and I want to help.
I'm just gonna sneak into this alcove.
okay, make a stealth check.
Okay.
Yes, you're invisible, but you might make noise.
Do I get advantage? Oh wait, I can just fly.
Now,
Just get on the brim. No voice.
Yeah, so Arthur suddenly feels like a small draft come up, like
That
by.
must be Gerald.
I feel
That's
that
right.
there is something underlying your pain. And while I do want to give you back your scales, I want to understand first. And then help if I can.
Make a persuasion check.
I will use the natural 20.
Oh shit. Okay.
And I will
Oh,
juice
God.
it with
Oh, Juicin.
my
Okay,
knowledge
what
of
is
the.
your
Oh, it's,
persuasion bonus.
only a 1. And the persuasion bonus is. So it's 23 total.
Okay. Good use. Good
Yeah.
use.
It's the only use
Yeah.
we can really use.
Truly wish to just help for no reason. with nothing personal to gain.
That is inherently who I am. I want to help. I want people to be. It is clear that you are, unfortunately, in between life and death. Whether you died and you're not allowed to pass on, or whether you are alive and
Death
it.
would be welcome. I yearn for it. To rejoin my kin.
Then does it have to be through battle? Can we not just help you?
I know of no other way. Either I am returned to my state, collect my scales that are amiss, stolen, or someone takes my place.
So you believe if you are made whole, you might be able to pass on?
That is what she told me when she cursed me.
Wait, cursed you? Who?
I'm not going to be speaking aloud, but mental bond. Wait, you say she? Sorry to interrupt, but you say she? Who's she?
A wicked fiend of the lower planes.
Bitch.
We are no
And
friends.
you all get a mental image almost in this cavern, very similar, coming through the same entrance you did. You see, clad in dark red robes, long black hair, and black spiraling horns, large
yep, we know
blood
him.
red wings step in, and it is a younger, smaller, different, but the facial structure is uncanny. Jalira.
Oh. Now that, Wormsbane, is very interesting. Because believe it or not, the fiend that has cursed you to this is our mortal enemy. We've been pursuing this fiend, Jalira, for months and months, trying to stop her machinations and plans. I fear you are an unfortunate victim of these plans.
I am no victim. And the cavern shakes again. I am a proud dragon.
Oh. I apologize. That's not what I intended. So Jalira cursed you.
She promised me eternity. She did not mention the state I would be in.
Does that mean... Did Jalira create this armor that I wear now?
I do not know. My body was picked clean by scavengers while I found my footing within this prison. And having stepped closer, and with the various perceptions that you all have, you see that the small little bone bits are essentially jigsawing themselves into place, building upon the skull. Like some of them are grinding against each other to create specific shapes and then fit in empty sockets. And it's a long process, and the body, you can only see the skull, but you see the body goes down almost in underground. And there's definitely movement, like just under a faint layer of dirt.
He's got a good couple of days left to go.
Yes, he is, for some visual, he's iron gianting.
Yep. Yeah. Wormsbane, I'm going to take off the armor. I'm going to give you back your scales. I do truly hope that this helps you. and I truly do not want anything in return. Merely the knowledge that I have upset Jalira one more time would be more than enough. Rudy takes another step closer.
Arthur's gonna just poke around just a little bit, knowing that you've stepped forward. He's gonna.
Now, just going to remove the armor, it's cursed again, correct? So removing it
is.
requires the removal of the curse.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, yep. Do I have that? Do you have that?
Now, Wormsbane, I'm letting you know so you don't get the wrong idea. I need to remove the curse to remove the armor. So I'm going to cast a spell that should allow me to do so. I just don't want you thinking I'm about to cast a spell at you.
I'm not reaching for the
I'm
gun.
not. This is just for light.
It's just my wallet.
It's just my wallet.
Is this gonna go right?
um,
And you definitely get the sense that you're being scrutinized.
So yeah, Rudy will. Sorry.
It does take some time though to doff the armor.
Yes. Yep. But Rudy, there is the casting of remove curse right there. And Rudy takes off his armor.
Yeah.
Let me just
It
officially.
takes you a good 5 minutes to like unclasp everything, to shimmy out of it, and you're now holding, and you all see Rudy in just his robes, those self-mending robes. He looks thin. You now see his. You don't see necessarily his skin, but the way it falls on him is. He's lost a lot of mass.
As I return this to you, Wormsbane, I want to let you know why I donned this armor knowing it was cursed. I put on this armor to save the life of someone that I despised. I put on this armor as a promise, you could say, between myself and the one who provides me with my power, that I would finish Jalira. I would destroy her and prevent as many of her plans from being enacted as possible. So I do hope that this prevents another. He takes another few steps forward.
Still silence. You hold the armor out, and you're being watched carefully.
And maybe just an insight check into how a giant dragon skull is looking at me? Or is it kind of impossible to tell with no facial structure?
No, you've been connected.
Yeah.
You've been connected. So I'm gonna say feel free to make an insight check.
Well, I'm gonna just double check how many juices I have. Just bear with me on this one. Because
it has been a long rest, so you might.
Oh yeah, I think I've got
Yeah.
a fair number then. You're right.
You've used one.
I've used one. Heck yeah. All right, we'll get a few more. All right, so that will be a.
So much
Ooh,
juice.
that will be a 24.
That's pretty good.
24.
That's pretty good.
You don't. There's no way to read facial structure or
No.
body language, but there's an emotion. This silence is not someone biding their time, waiting for the moment to pounce. This is someone hesitant, nervous. You can sense that Wormsbane is afraid that it might not work. Wormsbane is just afraid. There's a sadness as well. A pity for the self.
Rudy holsters the magic into his belt
Okay.
and steps up to Wormsbane and says, "If this doesn't work, let us try to help you. You shouldn't be made to suffer. And now he holds up the armor.
You see behind the skull piles upon piles of items made out of similar scales and bones and hide. Akin to what might have once been a dragon's hoard, is just a collection of a dragon's body parts. What do you do with the armor?
Rudy would. Now he's sort of like unsure. He's like,
Nana in the brain. Should you put it in the pile?
that might work. And Rudy would think, Gerald, can you detect if there is a curse on Wormsbane himself?
Not really. Not without maybe identifying. I don't know if that necessarily will detect the curse, though. You might just be better off firing off a remove curse anyway.
Wormsbane, I'm going to put this with you, and Rudy indicates to the mass behind him. Is that all right?
Go ahead.
Make my day.
Rudy would, I would assume, step around like that.
Yeah. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Ah, shit.
With advantage.
What? Wait, what? Yes?
Yeah,
Sure.
because
Yeah.
you have advantage.
The hero's feast.
Oh, the hero's feast,
Wait,
of course.
advantage or proficient? Oh, it's advantage.
Advantage.
Oh, look,
shit.
do we really need to? Because, I mean, in a 32...
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I mean,
do we
that's,
really need
that's
to-
all right.
No.
We do like
We
30.
You know what? Oh, you know what? I'll do it anyway, just in case.
33. There we go.
27.
Damn, not as good.
There's a moment where you almost feel like your knee's gonna buckle. Where you like, just like there's one moment where you feel like for a split second you lost the strength in one of your legs.
Oh.
Was that with a resistance like that, can he feel where that came from, or he's trying to figure out whether that was a reaction from Urgathoa or from some other source.
You can make an insight check
Yeah.
to try and figure out what happened.
18?
18. You don't know.
Hmm.
It could be the difference of weight to the uneven ground.
It was Nana's spaghetti.
Yeah, you could be.
Might have been.
It could be the presence, the pain that you're
Mm.
feeling from being this close to the source. There's a myriad of reasons that you can think of.
Is he close enough, or will he have to keep continuing to move?
You could probably throw it from where you are right now, and it would hit the pile.
Oh, that would be so disrespectful, though. No. Can he squeeze? Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do a squeeze.
Oh, sorry.
Squeeze.
How dare you move me?
I will squeeze to
But I
here
will move there
and place the armor down.
Place the armor down. Make another wisdom saving throw.
With advantage.
With advantage.
27.
You know what?
Okay, 27 is the one we'll take this time.
7. Similar feeling hits you as soon as you let go of the armor. It's like you let go of a massive weight, but you suddenly feel a lot heavier.
Yes, I think I know what's going on there, but this means a lot to me, so... And Rudy would step back into view sight of Wormsbane.
Okay. It did not work. You said you'd help me. And you
in my
feel the
mind,
pain. The pain feel inside you increases. Like he's forcing more of the share of pain onto you.
I see.
Rudy, move back.
No, I see that. No, Arthur, no.
But it disappears. You're no longer wearing the armor. That physical connection is diminishing. You still hear the voice, but everyone does as it echoes through the chamber. But the presence of Wormsbane in your mind is fading.
Now hold on. You did mention a curse. I might have to attempt to remove the curse from you. So just. We're trying things.
Quickly.
Okay, fine. Rudy.
Get on with it, Rudy.
Rudy steps up to Wormsbane, and I apologize if I touch you not respectfully, and cast Remove Curse on Wormsbane.
No effect.
Ah, right.
But what happens is you put your hand, and there's almost like a sudden spark of pain in your arm, up into your shoulder, into your very being from this orb.
Oh.
It almost looks like the surface goes staticky. You get the sensation that it is a curse, but it's much too powerful.
Ow. Oh.
Rudy, may I approach?
Wormsbane, I'm not sure if you heard that. My companion, Nana, is asking if she might have a look. I think this orb has something to do with your condition.
You can try, but in 2 days I will be whole again. And if you do not succeed in helping me, I will come for you. Everyone you love will suffer.
Right. Well, I'm going to approach then.
Rudy, make another wisdom saving throw.
Oh dear. With advantage.
With advantage, yeah.
27.
27. Start feeling a little numb in your left hand, like the fingers are starting to tingle.
After feeling this repeatedly, would another insight check be more
Sure, you
accomplishable?
can try.
Not with that one. We will not.
I'm sorry, I don't. You don't get advantage on insight.
No, that's
checks.
okay. That's okay.
I got nothing for
That's
you.
fine. We will try again when it happens again.
So Nana is gonna come close and just have a look at the orb in the eye. And I don't know what I would need to roll to like investigate, maybe, or just.
What is it that you're trying to do? Are you just trying to observe the orb?
I sort of want to know if the orb, like, I want to know if like Wormsbane is tied to the orb, maybe like attuned to it, or like maybe cursed with it, or like if removing it would help. I don't know, something like that.
Are we? You hear this in your mind, of course, because Gerald's still not speaking aloud. But is it safe to come closer? Are we switching to investigation mode?
Well, Wormsbane did just say that we have a couple of days, so I don't imagine that they'll attack us. I'm trusting them.
All right. I guess I'll fly over and see what Detect Magic has to say about this orb.
Massive source of abjuration magic.
Whoa!
Awesome.
That's a bright orb.
Gerald, can Gerald tell is it like you have to attune to the orb?
I mean, I could identify it if I had a bit of time, and
Abjuration and necromancy.
Oh
what this
God, you
orb
don't
is.
say.
Yeah, that sounds right up our alley.
Rudy, might I ask which spells you have available?
That's a.
Specifically,
Arthur's
Nana
just
wants to know if
sneaking
you have
around.
greater restoration or not.
Arthur is just sneaking around, investigating the rest of the caverns.
Because if you don't,
I'm sure I'm
Don't
sure he
worry.
does. Don't worry. I'm pretty sure that's one
okay,
we
we've got
don't.
like 6 tries to get this right then.
Hang on.
Okay.
Let me just double
What
check.
are you doing?
Let me just
Greater
check.
restoration says you can remove
Yes.
you can remove a cursed item, including the target's attunement to a cursed magic item, and I have an inkling that thing might be cursed.
Yeah,
the
because
thing itself.
Did try, remove curse, which is a level 3. Greater
But I think
restoration
it's,
is
like,
level 5.
Level 5, and I think he's attuned.
Well,
I could be wrong.
there
but...
is the only downside of utilizing greater restoration
Uh-huh.
is that it consumes diamond. So
Oh, shit.
we can
Yeah.
do greater restoration, but then according to my
Could be worth
calculations,
Do you want me to take a look at it? I could try
yes,
and
please, Gerald.
identify it, perhaps.
wait, has Arthur gone behind a pillar?
Arthur is full on just
Oh,
exploring
that's a
everything.
pit. That's a pit, not a pillar. I just realized.
Yeah.
Okay.
Arthur's decided to explore everything.
Wait, is it a pit or what are those black sections, Josie?
Those are like where the cavern just goes all the way to the top.
Like
it is
pillars.
right? They are pillars. Cool.
Wormsbane, I would like to figure out what's going on with that orb. You're not going to bite me or anything, are you?
I cannot.
Oh, good. Well,
The
that's a
orb
relief.
is where I reside.
Oh,
Prison.
oh, that makes so much more sense then. All right.
All right, so
Um,
you're in there then.
Okay. Well, I'm going to
I'm way in there.
That-
way in there.
Okay,
I'm
can we
gonna
stop with the
ritual
wrestling
cast,
puns? That's-
identify
Oh my.
and identify this orb.
This is. I'm gonna have to double check the naming.
It's Professor Orb. He got stuck here. Oh no.
way!
Whoopsie. My bad.
My
What a
bad.
kerfuffle.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Where did I put there?
Oh, I did go and get stuck in there.
How'd that happen?
Where's this
where'd I put-
hizzy?
This is the sphere of everlasting agony.
Oh,
That
that's
sounds
awful.
Great.
And
What a
Gerald,
name.
That
you
would
have
do it.
read
What
that
about
word. You have read it before.
I don't ring the bell, but
In the
I'm not sure whether
Headmaster's
it's.
document.
I was just thinking the headmaster's documents. Yep.
What was the reference?
It was a specific reference used to Wormsbane, where when the headmaster was working on theories of creating a phylactery to store his own soul to perpetuate his own life.
Right.
So he was
Right.
studying this sphere in order to replicate it in a sense for himself.
Right.
And you know that this sphere of everlasting agony must at always contain a soul. A soul cannot leave this ever unless
understand
another
now.
takes its place.
That's why he was talking about someone replacing him.
Yes, and it also puts you don't take damage, but you are in constant pain. You're constantly hounded by memories and visions of things that caused you pain. You feel pain, but you are also forced to stay aware.
Does that knowledge gain me any insight as to whether you can, like, besides someone simply taking the place as per the functionality, like either dispelling or breaking or otherwise
In
disabling?
this particular set, as you're writing down your thesis in the book, and you get a response from Nethys, essentially, a little
Oh yeah.
footnote.
little
Yeah.
footnote.
Little footnote. You get the equivalent of this effect can be removed either with the power of an artifact of power equal to that of a demigod or immensely powerful being, or a wish.
What did I say earlier, Roach?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it's very tempting. I'd be
Oh
for it.
no, I was joking. Earlier, Josie.
Power equal to an
Oh.
artifact level item or legendary item if it has a property of removing curses and spells, or the power of a godlike being.
What is in like what kind of are we talking like wondrous item?
No, wondrous item is a genre of item. A artifact is a rarity. It goes common, uncommon, rare, very rare, legendary, artifact.
Oh, so my wondrous
You need
items are
something that is
suddenly
legendary or
fucking-
above that has the power to remove these kinds of effects.
I was gonna throw a potato at it. So mad.
Sadly,
Saving that.
this soil
potato
is
is
just
too
not good for
powerful.
potatoes.
Yeah, who'd have think
Potato
that?
needs
My wondrous
nurture.
potato of disbelief?
Mm.
Useless.
Now, let's not say things we were going to regret later, Nana. All right, that potato is far
So-
from useless.
Wait.
So I'll explain to the party what the deal with this orb is, and and so I guess that leaves us options of either. Oh, would it be physically? Oh, the physical destruction would require some sort of weapon of that same level of power, would
Yes.
it? Okay.
Yes.
So it needs something equally or more powerful object-wise to destroy the orb or to remove the curse without replacing it with a soul. So either we have a soul that
Rudy.
wants to get punished forever, or I know that's someone's thing for sure.
Someone out there, but we don't know them.
Or we sort through our stuff and see if we've got any artifact or legendary level equipment that could sunder it.
Rudy, if you ever had a time to call your god, this might be it. Although it might also not be it, if I'm being honest.
Rudy cannot use divine intervention.
I cannot. I utilized it while
True.
transporting.
He has to wait several more days.
I think 6
but I
more
do want
days.
Rudy to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, here we go.
No.
Yeah, I've got this. I think I know what's going on. Oh, we will use
I think we all know what's going
29.
on. No. That's pretty good.
29. The tingling has crawled up to your wrist, and you have no sense of feeling in your fingers on your left hand.
Okay.
Can I try something a little bit outside of the box?
Yes, you may certainly try.
We may try.
Gerald is going to take his hat off,
Mhm.
and he's going to. Is the orb removable from the eye socket?
You would have to lift the skull.
That would take a lot of
I
strength.
cast levitate.
Oh, never mind.
On the skull.
Pretty sure I've got.
the-
I'm pretty sure I've got
yeah.
levitate.
You start doing it, and then you realize that levitate cannot lift the full weight as you see this almost snake-like structure of bone that digs into the ground, stemming from the back of the skull's head.
It can levitate up to 500 pounds, so that's heavy.
Yes, because the rest
Well, it
of
is
the
an
body
entire
being
dragon, yeah.
reconstructed is
Yeah,
attached
yeah,
to
yeah.
the head.
Mm.
So it's like
And can it? Can I try and like use the levitation? Try just levitate the orb out of the skull instead?
no, it's too big.
Oh.
It's the size of a medicine ball. Like,
Oh, okay. Well, then in that case, could instead of like trying to like lift the whole thing like I'm pulling an X-wing out of a swamp, could I just slightly roll it over a little bit, just so that the orb is like on top, facing upwards, rather than like having the skull on it, like overshut?
I'm
you know,
gonna
you know
have
what
you roll a charisma check. This is just for finesse of magic.
Oh, sure, okay.
This is just to see if you can use levitate, like tweak it a little bit. Just
22.
do some 22. You do manage to, and it's heavy, but you manage to almost apply the levitate to just very specific sections to maximize the weight it can lift, and you manage to twist the head. And there's a not really a grunting, but there's definitely a noise coming from Worm's Bane.
Gerald, you should have asked.
Sorry.
And
Just
you
gotta keep
do
doing it.
like it twists, and yeah, it looks like you might be able to roll the ball out from there.
Oh, if he's going to try and get it out of there if possible.
Okay.
And if not, then I've got a second plan.
Okay.
I've got a third plan.
Rudy will.
We got this.
Well, to roll.
Rudy is doing what?
Yeah, to roll the orb out, could Rudy utilize the gauntlet and cast where's Mage?
Arcane Hand.
Arcane Hand. Yes, the hand. Hang on. I'm actually searching these spells through. Arcane
Okay.
Hand, I believe, is the one I want, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It should be.
Yeah. So can Rudy, because levitate's being used to shift the skull,
Yeah.
then another, rather than having someone touch it. Wormsbane, before I remove this orb, let us know if it's going to cause you more.
Remove it.
We're just removing it from your person, and then we're going to have a look.
I am the orb. If you remove it, my body sunders yet again.
Oh, okay. All right. And that would be uncomfortable. Let's not.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you're already pretty sundered.
Gerald, please.
Well, look, he can't do anything.
Gerald,
Can-
yes, but
This either works
He
or he
has
kills us, Rudy.
feelings,
Let's
though.
just get on with it.
You are wearing my patience. Thin.
Thank you.
no.
Now, let's carry on.
Gerald, I am unarmed at the moment.
So I'm quite aware. So let's do it now rather than in 2 days, yes?
Why don't we just move on to the next plan for now?
Well, I haven't even done the first plan yet.
Is Rudy summoning the Arcane Hand?
Yes, but he's sort of holding it back for the moment. Well, what is this plan first, Gerald?
Well, I need to know if we can get the orb out first. And then
Worms-
I'm going to put the hat on it.
Wormsbane, if we remove
You
the...
could potentially just reach in and put the hat.
That was my question.
Well, that's why I wanted to roll it over first, so there was a
Yeah.
surface that
Ah.
wouldn't just fall off.
Yeah, so you can like hunker down a little bit and just reach in if you wanted to.
How about... It's because
Sure, then I'm
if we
gonna
do that, then Wormsbane will have to reform all over again and probably cause him more suffering. Let's try to...
I'm trying to get a solution, Rudy. I don't see you doing anything else. Now, if you don't mind, let me try this.
So are you reaching through, or do you want the orb
Well,
removed?
yes, I'm going to try and put Zakaba. Well, I'm going to explain to Zakaba what I want to try. So I'm going to say, Zakaba, I'm going to put you on this orb. Now, I understand that your purpose is absorbing magic. What I would like you to try.
Collecting magic.
Yes. I've seen you suck entire spells up and remove them from existence. So I'm going to put you on this orb. See if maybe you can do something about it, because the hat is an artifact, right? So it is already an object of a higher power.
It is.
So, being that it is awakened to a point where it's got the ability to absorb magic, that's the plan.
That's the plan. Interesting.
I want it to eat the juice out of the orb.
You want the hat to sucky on the Orby.
Mm-hmm.
I
Want to go? I
okay.
hate it here.
Didn't realize it's getting lucky tonight.
Yeah, so really quickly, I'm going to ask Gerald.
Hmm.
Using, in this case, I'm going to say that you can use your own statistics. I need you to make an intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throw.
Wisdom with advantage.
Thank you, Cuddly. So int, wisdom, and charisma. Okay. Well, let's start at the
Yes.
top. So int.
I'm going to say, before you roll,
Well,
or have you rolled? Okay, you're
I mean, I clicked it
First one.
and then I heard you saying before you roll. So
Okay,
yes.
We'll discount it then. I'm going to let you know, throughout these 3 rolls,
Mhm.
you want a total point value
Mhm.
of 50 or above.
As in 50, 50.
Yes.
Yeah.
By
Right.
taking these 3 saving throws and adding them together.
Got it. Okay. Well, then that does change.
Do we all use our artifact? I don't know.
No. I've got this. So int's my weakest, wisdom's my medium, but it's got advantage already, and charisma's my strongest. So let's juice the int save. Is going to be the ticket.
You
So
have that auto
I'm
19
going to use the 19 on the int save, which will make it
for a total of
25.
Oh, so you're halfway there.
Whoa, we're halfway there. And then we're going to go, I'm just going to roll it straight with the advantage on the wisdom one next.
Okay. Do you have any bonus on that one at all?
So it makes it a
You
22.
got
I've got these are pretty much
22.
Yep.
see, these are the mental stats. Don't ask me to make a strength save.
So let's see. That puts you at a
That's 22.
47.
So I literally cannot fail at this point because I've got a plus 14 on my charisma save, and that makes it a 23. So that's like 60 or 70 something all up.
That's 70.
Nice.
So you all hear all of a sudden, and there's a crack in the orb. Light starts to dim within it, almost like a mist starts spilling out.
Ooh.
I'm. The orb shatters like glass to the ground, and Worsley's voice disappears.
Ooh.
You just see this mist float away. For a moment, it looks like it takes the shape of a dragon before it flies out the cavern.
Fly away, sweet dragon.
Oh, well, goodbye then.
As Rudy says goodbye, then he falls dead to the ground, and that's where we're gonna end today.
Oh shit!
See?
I knew it! Okay.
Whoopsie!
God damn it.
Oh!
Yeah.
You destroyed an undead creature, one of the big no-nos in the Book of Urgathoa.
Oh.
Well done.
Your protection against your own body's rot was taken away from you.
Oh, what? Holy
I
shit!
got this. Don't even worry. I got
We're
this.
gonna have some conversations off stream
Woo!
among the
Woo!
group. I'm definitely gonna have a conversation with AussieDevFro. We're gonna talk about some things. I bet both him and I have some thoughts and some ideas. I feel like we might have aligning trains of thought. But yes, for the rest of the party, Rudy just says, "Well, goodbye then." Just slumps to the ground.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
He just like someone cut the strings. He just
Yep.
falls to the ground, and that is where we're gonna cut for today.
I
We're
love
gonna
it.
come back in 2 weeks'
Mm.
time, people.
Oh shit! That
That's
isn't
it.
good.
Oh, no.
Whoopsie.
Cliffhanger,
You
nerds.
monster!
Oh,
2-week
dear.
cliffhanger
Yep.
with Rudy.
Just
dead,
just super
or
quick.
more dead.
We are being asked like what exactly happened there. So, Rudy's deity, Urgathoa, deity of undeath, essentially. And Rudy was just party to destroying a very powerful undead creature, which
He was paramount to the
Mm.
destruction
Yeah.
of this particular undead.
Yeah.
And that was also what the wisdom saves were. That was Urgathoa setting like.
That's why I was trying to wisdom it out,
Mhm.
but not wisdom, inside it out. But I didn't really get a
Yeah.
chance to do a final one there, so just But
So
that's
the sort of like slowly
Oh.
sapping away
Yeah.
at your bodily
Yeah.
functions,
Mm.
like was
Yeah, I kind of guessed that might have been what was happening.
Yeah.
But I
But
didn't think
on
it was
behalf of
because
the party,
dragon, though.
we hated her. We never liked her anyway.
mm.
Yeah.
Look, there's
Yeah,
we're
we
gonna
hated
see
her
we're gonna
anyway.
see what happens.
Yeah.
But
You deserve better.
Yeah.
what about this, y'all? What about this? This is
Yeah.
we're very close to the end of the campaign, and this happens.
We got his
I-
freedom. That's really nice.
Yeah.
You did. And we're gonna have some talks in the group. We're gonna be gone for now until the Sunday after next. So I believe we're back on the 26th
Yes.
of November, which is also our 3-year anniversary of this campaign.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
So
Oh, heck.
we are going to do some quick wrap ups. I'm going to ask Cuddly where we are heading, and while Cuddly figures that out, I'm just going to say hi, everybody. It's been lovely having everyone here. You're wonderful. We love all the people lurking and twerking. We love reading your commentary. Some of us don't interact too much with chat during the game because we are so in it. But we give a huge applause to our wonderful mods who help greatly with interaction.
Hmm.
And soon, perhaps, we have figured out how to make that something that's going to be easier to do
Absolutely.
for us.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I've been Josie Poser, the Dungeon Mistress, and I want my friends to introduce themselves and tell us who they've been playing, starting with AussieDevFro.
Well, I'm AussieDevFro. Hello. I have been playing Rudy Magic Hands McGee, the dead cleric. Dead cleric. Yes, dead is probably the apt word right now. It's been nice being here. I don't know if I'm coming back in the next 2 weeks, so we'll see what happens. But yes, you can find me here on Twitch a couple of nights a week, playing a whole bunch of games, constantly lying about how I'm beating Lies of P, which is ironic when you think about it.
Have you finished it yet?
No.
I encountered the
Yes.
final boss at 11, like 10 past 11 last night.
Oh, man.
So no, it is. I've looked it up.
Are
I've
we
actually
sure?
looked it
Okay.
up. This is the final boss.
Make short.
This
Oh,
time
no.
for realsies.
This time it's that's what I said last time, Roger. But yes, you can find me playing.
And the time before that. And
Yeah,
the time before that.
But yes, playing Souls-like games, Pokemon games, and D&D up until tonight, apparently.
Yeah. How about the wettest orb?
I am the wettest orb, the moistest sphere. I play Arthur Orbit the Third. He's a Wood Elf Rogue Ranger. He has stepped down being the guild leader, and he's just now the leader of the Vanguard of the Black. As for the wettest orb channel, well, let's find out. He does a lot of Pokemon. He's got a podcast, and he does everything and anything.
He does a lot of things. You know who also does a lot of things? Is Roju from Participation Award.
Well, me, I do nothing.
You do many
Hey,
things.
you helped solve this riddle today by putting a hat on it.
You might say I capped off the episode.
You sure did. You're sure. Hats off to you.
But no, I'm colloquially known as Roju. I come from a Twitch channel and YouTube channel called Participation Award, neither of which is seeing much action at the moment, but watch this space for the future. I'm playing in this D&D game. I'm playing Gerald, who is Gerald the Wizard, who is in fact a warlock and a sorcerer, not a wizard. Yeah, and I feel like Urgathoa needs to take it up with Abraxas because this is not Rudy's fault.
Yeah.
Rudy did
Cuddly
nothing
raptor.
wrong.
That's true. Justice for Rudy.
It's Rudy.
Somehow, I don't think Urgathoa cares. No.
But we care.
Yeah.
About Rudy.
Yeah.
who also has weak hair.
Ah, shit.
He does. He does.
Cuddly.
Yes, hello, my name's Cuddly Raptor. I have played your gnome granny druid, Nana Melivora, Nana for short, who enjoys making food, talking sass, and eavesdropping on conversations. That's
Nana
about
for
it,
short.
really. Yeah, takes no nonsense from anyone, not even gods, and generally gives no shits. Yeah, that's about it for her. I would love to say that I'm the
Good.
same, but I give many shits. I give so many shits. So that's
Yeah,
about it for
yeah.
me. Yeah.
But I think a good question for you as well, Cuddly, is where are we heading after
Oh
this
my
horrible,
goodness.
awful cliffhanger that I forced upon you all?
You monster.
I